fucking leech. You will never have no reach. What the fuck was there to teach? Learn my fucking own lessons. I'm my fucking own blessing. Who you fucking messing with? Thought I'd never serve a diss. Mama ain't deserve no kiss. I'ma let her slit her wrist. When I'm done, I don't wanna be a bad son, but you fucking made me one. Now I'ma take this fucking knife in my own damn life right here. I don't wanna be my mama. Too much drama. Never saw the damn light in this tunnel. I won't fight. I won't fight. I'ma fucking lay down. Let myself drown. No one will save me anyway. No one will save me anyway. No one will save me anyway. Cause I am a son of a bitch. I am a son of a bitch. I am a son of a bitch. I am a son of a bitch, yeah. Why in the fuck did I leave? Why in my absence you grieve? Why can't my pain you perceive? Cause your own lies you believe. Didn't know you would conceive. The son of Satan deceived. I'ma take my fucking cleaver out your stomach full. Make it mine. Make me fucking whole. For what you fucking stole. I'ma take back my control. Dig me out a fucking hole. What the fuck, I got no goal. Just a motherfucking roll. Smoke a motherfucking bowl. Getting high, pay the toll. Like my mama gave her soul for them demons and these pills. I can't even see my veins. Kids are driving me insane. I'ma cut this damn pain with my baby in my arms. Won't be sounding no alarms. Slit my wrist and I'm gone, yeah. No one will save me anyway. No one will save me anyway. Cause I am a son of a bitch. 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 Yeah.
This shit got my fucking stomach in. Never eat a fucking again. Better pray for all my sin. I don't feel no pain again. Fucking quit, got my fucking stomach in. I don't need a fucking again. Suffer now for all my sin. Never feel no pain again. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing.
Waking up like I ain't broke. All I need's a fucking smoke. While I fucking walk, drink another fucking coke. Food just make me wanna choke. Got my stomach bad like smoke. No, that's not a fucking joke. Clear my plate, I'd rather croak. Extra shit like a bad plot. Mentally all I do is rot. Feels like I've been fucking shot. Fuck this life, I only set my lot. Why so fat? Why so fat? You so ugly, got no tats. Why so fat? Why so fat?
Now you feel just like a man. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing.
Feel so nauseous, I can't eat. All I want's a fucking sleep. Caught it out, that's not a leap. I won't, so I'd rather weep. Fuck this shit, I don't know why. Makes me wanna fucking die. All I do is fucking cry. You won't see me eye to eye. I steak, want no bake for your cake. Fuck them bitches, they all fake.
They just judge them on a snake.
Bile in my throat when I see a fucking note. I don't want a fucking choke. All I need's an antidote. When I die, so she wrote. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing.
I can't step to X, but if I wanna be the best alive in this game next, and there's some reckless shit that I gotta address. Up in this damn booth wearing a dress. Man, I can't even stress this enough. Damn, this game is rough. Y'all can call my bluff. I don't give a fuck. Damn, your vocals suck. Auto-tune you up. Mumbling amuck. Gucci gang it up. Chick-fil-A my cock like a 3 for Leyland Galen on a whaling tour. And it's hailing on him. Seen a river of fame and start sailing on it. Up in this YouTube shit, but I'm failing on it. So I get up on the mic and start wailing on it. Done some dumbass shit, but I'm bailing on it.
Yo. What up, y'all? Hells yeah. Nope. There we go. We back, y'all. We back. Hells yeah. We back on the motherfucking Hopium. Not the Hopium Den. We're not calling it that anymore. What? I mean, I guess we could call the show the Hopium Den. That would also give me... Wait, where did I put it? Maybe I'll have an excuse to use, Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There we go. Let's put this over here. And then we can stick it like... Wait. We can use the logo that Skeptical Jesus made, yo. I can just put this over, or I can just put this like here. There we go. This is the Hopium Den. Or maybe the Hopium Den should be when I'm doing like, when I'm just chatting with y'all. I don't know. I could put this somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Hells yeah. Cute top. Thank you. I love it, yo. It's sexy. I got it on sale, which I only buy shit that's on sale, so. I also don't go shopping that often. But yeah, like me and my... this is one of the cute tops that like I got when I went shopping with my sister when I first came back. I don't know why my hair is all like frizzy now all of a sudden. Is it because I went outside? Fucking dumb. Whatever. Hells yeah. I'm also wearing the fucking like oh no, the background fell. The illusion is shattered. The illusion is fucking shattered. Oh my god. I know, I wear this skirt with everything, yo. It looks fucking it looks good with everything. Looks best in the top right corner, slightly smaller. Maybe. Maybe if we put it like here. Could be like Hopium Den, yo. Hopium Den. The man behind the curtain is exposed. Dorothy, run. Oh my god. You gotta love it, yo. Alright, wait. We gotta... There we go. I gotta, like... I don't know. I don't think I can use this green screen for its intended purpose, unfortunately. Just because, like, I'd need to fix my setup, and I'd have to move everything. I'd have to, like, put the camera in a different place. I'd have to, like, I don't know. It would be a lot of work. Well, maybe not a lot of work, but I need better lighting, actually. I think that would be the most important thing. I need lighting, which I don't have, so. Fuck that shit. We just got green behind us, yo. Maybe one day we'll get a purple one. That'd be based. Please hit the like button, everyone, to support Jamie. Hells yeah, yo. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Also, consider donating. If you donate, your message pops up on the screen, and there's images, usually of like titties or something. I set it up like 2 years ago. Okay, probably longer. Okay. Fucking lipstick looks weird. Maybe it's just me. Who's downvoting you? Probably people who know what I'm going to talk about and are already pissed about it. Probably the same people who've been downvoting TJ's video. Why am I getting downvotes? Look at the title. And then if you haven't seen TJ's video, well, we're about to get into it. Not right this second. I guess TJ... Well... Is that as many downvotes as he usually gets, though? Here, let's see.
Everyone.
No. What about his I hate rich people?
Spending too much time.
No. Yeah, no, okay. Even TJ's video got a high amount of downvotes. We're gonna watch in a minute. Well, y'all will be free to disagree in a minute. We'll get to the video in a minute. I haven't seen TJ's video. This will be my first time seeing it. Well, go drop a like on the original one too then while you're at it. Okay. All right. Also get ad blocker. Never. Okay? Not happening. Why the whatever. Okay, that's better, I guess. I need better lighting in general. Whatever. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hells yeah. Should I leave the Hopium Den thing there? Whatever, we're switching screens anyway. Let's see. Oh, I should probably put this over here. Yeah, I love all the people who come to downvote and then just leave. Like, maybe I have an maybe I'm gonna take the piss out of TJ. Y'all ever think of that? Y'all ever think that I you know, maybe I'm doing a bait and switch? Maybe my maybe this whole stream is you know, a ruse to make TJ think I'm on his side for half a minute, and then I'm gonna fucking turn on him. All right, what am I trying to do? I should stop getting high right before these streams, but I'm probably not gonna. Oof, okay, all right, let's talk about it. Let's do it. Why is that open? Let's do it. Let's go over here. Let's grab that. All right. All right, y'all. Y'all ready for this? All right. So I know a lot of people. Well, a lot of y'all probably know. You know, I've got my disagreements with TJ. I disagree with him quite often, actually. It doesn't sound like a good idea. Well, good thing that was a meme, because I'm not messing with TJ. This is a genuine fucking video. All right, let's get to it. So a lot of y'all know, you know, I've got my disagreements with TJ. I disagree with him from time to time, but I do still generally hold to the position that I believe his heart's in the right place when it comes to most shit. Okay, I do believe that. I think he's, you know, he's got his blind spots. Everyone does. You know, there's definitely some shit that I think he could use a different perspective on, as does everybody, by the way. But at the end of the day, me and TJ are friends. All right, I like TJ. I do, and when he's right, I will give him credit. Okay, I will, and yeah. Let's okay. Stuttering. Yeah, yo. Let's everyone should go post like 100,000 comments about my stuttering, because a lot of y'all have nothing better to do with your day. Yeah, that would impress me. That would actually like yeah, that would wound my ego. I don't know what I would do to cope if people pointed out a fact that I know about myself, which is that I stutter. Anyway, back to the fucking point. Kyle made a video that TJ disagreed with, and he made a video making his argument. So yeah, let's take a listen. All right, let's take a listen. We'll hear it from the horse's mouth. Okay, I won't ramble on with any more preamble. Let's just do it.
I love Kyle Kalinske. He's a sweet boy, and he loves his mama, and he drinks his oat milk. He low-key might be banging Crystal Ball, and his
maybe. Well, that's not been confirmed, but I have my suspicions.
Thumbnails lately are those of a man who has given up on life.
They do look really lazy. Like, what is the? Yeah, these are getting kind of fucking lazy, yo. Dude, my thumbnails and Underhaven's thumbnails are getting better and better, yo. And like Kyle's just phoning it in. I don't know. I do think Kyle's given up on I don't think he's given up on life, but he has given me a general attitude as if he has just kind of given up in general. Like he's gone very, very doomer. And I've actually been meaning to respond to some more Kyle videos. I haven't actually done that in like almost a year. Like fuck. I did it like once and I put it in the title and a lot of people came and just got mad at me. But it was a good segment. Yeah, I've got it. Okay, well, I'll put that on the docket, all right? Because I do want to be clear about what my disagreements with Kyle are. And I don't just want to say, oh, Kyle bad, because I don't think Kyle bad. I agree with TJ, all right? Yeah, I think Kyle's a sweet boy. I think he's got a lot of good qualities, but I also... and that's my position on TJ, too. But as with both of them, I disagree with them on a lot. I disagree. And, that's what we're supposed to do, by the way. I know a lot of people like ascribe hate whenever there's disagreement and criticism. It's not like it's called like let's have these conversations. Let's hash shit out, It's called discourse, yo. It's important. Anyway, let's listen. Yes, Left Behind commentary is on the docket for patrons. I'll be working on that later this week. All right.
Port Wom writes, dope! I too am down with the Woms. Lately, Kyle's share of attention has been in decline as his audience is siphoned away by more extremist figures with more sycophantic fan bases. In this case, namely Vosh and Jimmy Dore.
Whatever. I don't know how I feel about that characterization of especially like lumping Vosh and Jimmy together as extremists with sycophantic community. I know it suits TJ's narrative, especially his narrative against me and people like me that like, oh, like all you people are just like Vosh sycophants, and you used to listen to everything I said, and now these people are all listening to Vosh. Like, whatever. Yeah, okay, TJ, if that suits your narrative, fine. I would not word it that way, but I agree generally that, yeah, like a lot of Kyle's base. I mean, I definitely stopped going to Kyle for my political commentary in favor of Vosh, because I viewed Vosh to be a lot more logical and reasonable on a lot of things, and he won me over with his argument. It's not a case of like, oh, I jumped from one person I was a sycophant of to the other. It was a case of, no, like I gravitated towards Kyle because he made good arguments, and a lot of people did, but then he didn't go quite as far as a lot of us wanted to, and I was certainly more radical, and y'all can go back to my time when I was a fan of Kyle, and I still like him, like I said. But you can go back to that time, and I was a lot more radical than he was, and I was basically looking for something, you know, that aligned with that, and I found Vosh, and I was like, yeah, he's pretty based. Again, Vosh has his blind spots too, by the way, and I've talked about some of them, but like everybody does. That's why we need to be criticizing people. We need to be, you know, but it has to be constructive. That's the thing. We can't just be like, there's a difference between constructive criticism and tearing people down. But by the same token, like, a lot of people can't tell the difference. Because a lot of people do just run around just tearing people down in the guise of criticism, and then a lot of people see criticism and they assume it's someone tearing someone down, when no, it's just criticism. You know, like, people gave me shit for my last stream about TJ where I criticized him, and I was like, no, I'm not I'm criticizing TJ. I'm not shitting on him. I'm not tearing him down. I'm not saying he's useless. I'm not trying to, like, disparage the guy. I'm just pointing out some fucking differences in philosophy that we have, some differences in idea, and in, you know, that's good. We should do that. Even if it's not, like, you know, convincing anyone necessarily at the end of the day, at least we're having these conversations. And if nothing else, me and TJ, by engaging in that, you know, are both strengthening our own arguments for what we believe. So that there's no downside to it. But a lot of people don't understand that, and because a lot of people are afraid of criticism. I've realized, like, and I used to be super fucking afraid of criticism. I did not like the tiniest little bit. Do not criticize me. I would get mad and defensive and deflect, and I would, like, bold-facedly lie constantly. And any of y'all who want to, like, sit there and say that you've never experienced that, you've never even had that impulse, you're a dirty, rotten fucking liar. All right, because that's human fucking nature. That is human nature. Okay. That, like, when you're criticized, when you're called out for something, especially depending, I think it might be worse depending on how you're raised as a child, you know, and how you're taught to view criticism as a child. Maybe if you were actually raised to, like, value constructive criticism, maybe, you know, but a lot of people aren't. A lot of people, like, have this general instinct the minute they're called out. They're like, I didn't do that. I don't do that. What are you talking about? Like, and I still have that instinct from time to time, too. It's actually a very strong instinct within me, constantly, that I have to fight against. But I believe, you know, I'm overall gaining in the end by doing that, you know. Anyway, I got way off base. That's the name of the show, y'all. Subscribe, okay? Lady Hopium, dope shit. All right, the Tangent Show. Okay, let's keep going.
I know what that's like, of course. I've seen my own numbers decline in recent years as I've floundered to find a new angle since anti-SJW videos got co-opted by crypto-fascists, and the once halfway rational skeptical community has become by crypto-fascists, and the once halfway rational skeptical community has become the polar opposite of rational.
By the way, like... Yes, I do agree with him there, too. It has the anti-SJW movement has been co-opted by crypto-fascists, but I don't know that I would say, like, I feel like it was always pretty dominated by crypto-fascists. I feel like they were, like, look, I'm not saying TJ was one. I'm saying people like TJ who noticed certain hypocrisies in society, called it out, had a problem with that specific thing, that specific area of feminism or whatever, and the crypto-fascists latched onto that like a fucking like a shark. All right, they fucking, they were all over that shit, and it was grown more and more by. Yeah, crypto-fascists, if that's what you want to call them. And it is overall a crypto-fascist movement. And it has been for a long time. Even considering the outliers like TJ. And I know TJ wants to like continue to defend the roots of the SJW, the anti-SJW movement, because I know he sees it as something he kind of like created, which he did, but I personally do think like you can create something with good intentions and have people run wild with it and just like completely destroy it, because some things like they might have like a good ideas at their core, but I think like I don't know, maybe it would have been better if like people like TJ would have like I don't know, presented both sides of the argument and been a little less antagonistic towards feminists in general. Maybe TJ's particular flavor, you know, just calling anyone he disagreed with dumb and fucking stupid and insulting them 6 ways to Sunday. Like, I don't know. And I'm not saying those things are bad, because it's part of TJ's performance style and what he does, and it makes him funny and entertaining. But then, like, there are a lot of people who, you know, took that as, like, you know, they perpetuated that vitriol. And then the waters became muddied really damn fucking quick. I knew feminists, by the way, who would call themselves feminists, who had never heard. In fact, I called myself a feminist back when I was still a Christian. I called myself a feminist because I believed in women's rights, and I'd heard a lot of the mainstream feminist arguments, and they made absolute fucking sense to me. So I was like, yeah, I'm a feminist. And it was actually another Christian dude I was friends with at church, who was like, I said, yeah, I'm a feminist. And it was like, oh, don't call yourself that. He's like, you don't know what the actual feminists are like. And I was like, what, really? It's like, I don't know. Like, I believe in women's rights. I believe in equality. I believe in all of that, you know? Then I discovered TJ's videos around that time as well. And then I was like, oh, these feminists. Oh, okay, so that's what feminism is about. But a lot of feminists, in fact, a lot of the actual feminists are not that fucking stupid. And, you know, maybe people like TJ should have been a little more clear about, like, not just saying feminist, but saying, like, rad fem, like these radical feminists, these extremist feminists, or whatever you want to fucking call them. Come up with a name for them other than feminist, because they were actually people that were poorly representing the feminist community in general. A lot of them, like fucking college kids or teenagers that, you know, kind of understood the ideas, but not really, but, you know, wanted to be YouTubers and talk about it. And hey, there weren't enough fucking good lefties on YouTube either back then to combat it. I'll cop to that. But, like, I just think this whole thing was handled irresponsibly by everyone. And I want to say, like, I view the anti-SJW movement, the reactionary movement, to be an overall fucking failure, okay? An overall disaster. It is objectively, in my mind, done more harm than good. So if you want to say like it was just co-opted by crypto fascists, okay. No, it was built. It was supported from the ground up by crypto fascists. It might not have been initially built by you know, actual fucking people with fascist ideologies, but it was definitely, they latched onto it quickly. And because of the rhetoric used and the way in which the anti-SJW community presented itself and the antagonism towards feminists, yeah, like, it was always going to become that. It needed to be handled way more responsibly if it wasn't. And I'm not saying I would have been the one to know how to handle that responsibly either. I just... I just think it was pretty much a fucking disaster.
Kyle's brand of common sense G-shucks populist leftism is no longer what's in vogue. People have abandoned it. in favor of far more ostentatious cult of personality figures who...
Again, he's making it about the people. So this is where I disagree with TJ on this video. Like, he's making it about the people. No, it's about the ideas. Look, as much as I don't like Jimmy Dore, his ideas resonate with people. They do. They do. They fucking resonate with people. People hear Jimmy's brand of, like, a doomer populism, you know, and they get with it because they're mad. They're angry. As much as, like, I've talked about Jimmy Dore sycophants, and I think they do exist. There are people who just automatically, the minute you say a thing about Jimmy Dore, they get mad. But there's a reason why those people are pulled in the first place. And there's a reason why people watch it. Same with Vosh. Maybe it's because, as a society, we're generally becoming, you know, more and more fed up and pissed off with the way shit works. And more of us have a desire and a drive to fight back against that in whatever fucking way we can. And so when we hear people using more extreme rhetoric, we want to get on board because it resonates with how we feel inside. We're like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck the bourgeois, bitch. Fuck the elites. Fuck the billionaires. We're done. How do we fight back? It's not just about the personality, but again, like for TJ, like I think he has to view shit in this way because like he is a YouTube personality, so that's kind of how he views the world, you know? And I'm not saying that's a invalid way to view shit, but like you're completely ignoring the humanity of it. The reasons why people resonate with that message. People want something more radical. Again, I did. I was sitting here shouting to my tiny ass audience. It was like a fraction of what it is now. Bitching about my radical fucking solutions. I was pissing people off. I was, you know, because I wanted something that went further. And now that I finally found shit that aligns, and not even like Vosh doesn't go as far as I would on some shit. And then I've seen other, and you know. But when it comes to, like, I don't know. You just have to, like, keep that in mind, okay? Like, you can't just reduce it to the cult of personality.
Whether it's credible or not, make people feel as if they're in a more radicalized space. Anyway, I'm not here to opine about the state of left.
I mean, it is objectively a more radicalized space, right? Because people in those spaces are more radicalized. They might not be doing anything, but at least their ideas are radical, which is a step in the right direction towards getting people to do something. So, you know, maybe we haven't seen that right call to action yet, but that doesn't mean that it's that it doesn't exist and that we won't one day like hear it and as leftists, you know, rise up and fucking do something. But hey, I know some people don't like talk about material conditions and all that, but you know, maybe the material conditions are getting better for that sort of thing, but as things stand here and now today, I don't know that they're there. But at the end of the day, let's keep fighting towards that, right?
Leftism on YouTube or anywhere else.
Y'all try not to pause so much, okay? We'll listen to more.
So I'm here to criticize a recent video by Kyle Kalinske, aka Secular Talk.
Right.
Horrifying poll shows public wants government censorship of internet. I'm linking the video down below in its entirety.
That is a really hyperbolic way of titling that, I guess, too.
So you can assess for yourself, you know, the context. But here I'm just going to play a little clip show that kind of delves into the main gist of it.
There's a new poll out from Pew Research. They asked if the government should take steps to restrict false information online. Basically, half the country said yes, the government should restrict false information. 48% of Americans say, quote, the government should take steps to restrict false information online, even if it limits freedom of information. Don't get me wrong, I think
Yeah, because there's false information being spread that is dangerous to the fucking public health and to people's fucking sanity. Like, I'm sorry, and I don't know, like, this is hyperbolically used to, like, yeah, clickbait's to be expected, whatever. Like, I don't know, whatever. You know what? I'll let TJ argue on this, and I'll make my points, because yeah, this is going to get super long if I delve into this every 10 seconds.
I think misinformation is a colossal problem. I just think you have to also hold on to your principles and your values and effectively the Constitution while you combat it. So the whole job of the media should be to give people...
The Constitution gives us free speech, but there are limits to that speech. And again, speech that does harm, okay, is one of those limitations. I can't I can't go hire a hitman to kill you and say, what? I didn't pull the trigger, because no, you're committing that action with your speech. All right? There's a lot of shit that falls under those limitations, and I believe spreading misinformation about a pandemic, about a virus that's killing people, when people are running around spreading misinformation that a lot of them don't even realize they're spreading misinformation. Like, yeah, this is a problem. Especially because if it weren't for this misinformation, the virus would have been dealt with, like, ages ago. Or at least there would have been a hell of a lot less deaths. But this thing is able to fucking propagate and mutate and, you know. And by the way, like, I love this, like, I feel like Kyle is using, like, the slippery slope fallacy here. And we're like, well, see, if we start limiting stuff on COVID misinformation, then what else are they going to limit? No one's proposing that they just, you know, fact check every little thing. But when it becomes, like, a serious a national threat like COVID, and like people running around telling you not to get vaccinated, not to wear masks, and it's causing more and more lives to be lost and more mutations of the fucking virus. Guys, we might never get out of the end of this virus. We might never see the end of it if this misinformation campaign is allowed to continue. People don't want to believe in facts. People want to believe in whatever suits their biases. So a lot of people who are already biased against the government, and they use that to be like, you don't, I talked about this yesterday. I was like, you don't trust the government, do you? Why would you trust the government to do this? You should never trust the government. Like, no. Like, obviously there should be checks and balances. There should be like, you know, honestly, if we do this, if we allow the government to do this, you know what the oversight should be? Regular people. It should be accountable to the people. And extremely I'm blanking out on words. I'm high. Okay. Transparent. There we go. Y'all know what I mean. Okay. It's not hard to not difficult to research and figure out what is true. We don't need some government branch that will be politicized to dictate what the truth is. Well, no, we clearly fucking do. If there's a huge segment of the population who is refusing to get vaccinated, and like we have like fucking huge ass like Joe Rogan, huge personalities out there telling people to not get vaccinated, even though a lot of them have admitted themselves they got vaccinated. Trump got vaccinated, but all of his fucking supporters, or a good chunk of them, stand against fucking vaccinations. Even though Trump himself was fighting against COVID, and like he made it a national talking point constantly. That we're going to get these vaccines out. They're going to be amazing. We're going to get the vaccines. We're going to get a better deal on the vaccines. We're going to get them faster. We get them faster than anybody else. Faster than Sleepy Joe over there would be able to get. I can tell you that, okay? I'm going to get the best deal for vaccines. We're going to get them out quick. We're going to get them. They're going to be effective, all right? This is going to be all over soon. Like, but his own followers will buy into the propaganda. As much as they love Trump, they are more convinced by whoever else they're fucking listening to that tells them, no, this is actually conspiracy. See, Trump just has to say that because, you know, he's being forced by the state. Yes, misinformation can do a lot of harm. Even, again, with someone like Trump trying to tell people, hey, wear masks, hey, get vaccinated. The people don't want to hear it. The misinformation has won for a lot of people. Anyway.
News and information, and to educate them, and to fact-check the insane conspiracy theories. But part of the problem is mainstream media has blown all of their credibility. So nobody is believed, or very few people are believed, when they check the incorrect conspiracy theories and when they check the COVID misinformation. So, I mean, this is a disastrous poll. And, I mean, just stop and think about it, guys. If the government were to get involved and, like, restrict information, what would they have done in the lead up to the Iraq War? I'll tell you, they would have banned everybody who was saying Saddam doesn't have weapons of mass destruction.
Okay, here's the thing though. Banned everybody. That could have been like, if we had a public fact-checking system where you can fact-check the fact-checkers. He always says, who's going to fact-check the fact-checkers? We do. The people. We have dedicated people on the ground willing to do their own research to fact-check the government. And we have, like, oversight boards. We have, like... It's so easy to hear a solution like this and just find a single problem with it and say, see, so this is why we shouldn't do it. No, like, how about instead of pointing out the problems with it, you come up with solutions? We make sure that it can't be used in that way. The fact that we know that the government would have lied about the Iraq War means that we use that knowledge to our advantage and say, okay, let's make sure that they can't do that. Let's make sure that whatever this system is, it's set up in a way that they can't do that. Let's say, okay, they can fact check shit. Like, who even would be the ones? Like, that's the thing. Maybe we have, like, a committee of, like, a bunch of people from just all walks of life, you know? And we have, like, everybody in that committee, it's their job to, like, you know, fact check. And also, like, here's another thing. I do think that if this is implemented, yeah, I don't know about the logistics of that. Like, there's shit to talk about that people smarter than me could, you know, come up with. Another thing that I think would be good, it would be, like, limiting it, making it like, okay, it can be used, but it can't just be used for any old thing. It has to be, like, for, like, national security level, national security threat level, you know, shit, which I do believe COVID is a global threat. I mean, holy fuck, we're all distracted by fucking COVID while the climate is getting worse, and we're hurling towards destruction, and, you know, we should be able to be focusing politically and otherwise on fighting climate change. But humanity is literally all distracted by fucking COVID. The fact checkers that are fact checking the truth government branch will get censored for not stating what the government has stated. Facts. Not if there's more. First of all, you know what? I'll let, because TJ makes a good point where he's like, no, the government should have to like show, if this is going to be done, whenever they do this, the government should have to show the facts. They should have to show their research, not just say it. It can't just be something that they just say. Like, yep, this is the fact. We're saying this. No, there should be evidence, accompanying evidence to go along with it that we the people can scrutinize. And if enough people are scrutinizing something and saying, hey, this is actually not true and the government's lying about it, you know, hey, maybe that's their catalyst that we were talking about earlier to finally spark something in people to, you know, rise up and stop taking the shit, you know, actually do something. Who knows? But what I do know is that if that was going on, like look at the Trump supporters who all think they're right, by the way. Look at the anti-vaxxers. Look how mad they are. And they're a minority. And they still spread their misinformation. And like if they were like a majority, like if there were more of them, they would probably like rise up and just like fight back against the government. Like, no, they're lying to us about COVID. They don't have the numbers on their side. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling again. Let's continue. You know what? Let's speed it up a little.
And Saddam is not a threat to us. And Saddam didn't work with Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden. And the war is based on lies. So everybody who was correct would have been banned. Because the official government position was the incorrect position. So you just can't. You can't police this stuff. It's not possible. There is no ministry.
See, and by the way, like, if you add in the caveat that you do have to provide facts and evidence, if it becomes something like this where it's like, well, the facts and evidence are classified, then okay, that's not eligible for fact checking then, because the people can't know, and the people would have no reasonable way of actually believing the government, right? This is on shit that like this would be ideally limited to shit that the government can prove, okay? Shit that's like incontrovertible fact. And that's kind of like what's being talked about. Like when this is talked about, it's like, if this isn't just, oh, like the government thinks they know this, or we have an opinion that, no, these are the facts. We have incontrovertible proof, evidence to back this up. We're showing you the evidence, and you're still saying, nope, I don't believe it. And like spreading your own misinformation. At that point, what else does the government have to do other than step in and saying, no, this is harmful. You're harming people by lying. But yeah, like Kyle's like, again, this is like some really some slippery slope shit, all right? And he's like immediately taking it to that 1984 place, which is a really dumb thing. Like he keeps saying Ministry of Truth. Dude, like nobody is advocating for a Ministry of Truth, okay? The government wants the power to be able to, when they can back up something that is fact, that is undeniable fact, that when people go around spreading their alternate opinions, that it's, no, you don't get to go use a giant social media platform to spread misinformation that is harming people too. I don't think this would just be used to like, government said that NASA is really in space, that they have a real space station. I don't believe that, Or like, I think there's aliens secretly in government Area 51. Like, that's not the kind of stuff that would be taken down, because you can't disprove it. And the government certainly isn't going to. stop getting your fucking panties in a twist. Kyle, chill.
Truth. Who's going to fact check the fact checkers? Who's going to watch the Watchmen? You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times over, but I'm honestly astonished that
Again,
the numbers
we
are
do.
this bad on this question,
We do.
and that it's even worse in left-leaning circles. So, listen, I know sometimes I sound like a broken record, but that's on purpose. I need to be a broken record on this stuff because it's just that important. So get out there.
No, this is conspiracy fear-mongering, dude. Okay? I'm sorry. It is. This is objectively conspiracy fear-mongering. Well, yeah, no, it is. This is like, oh, guys, be afraid. Oh, see, they're gonna start censoring your speech. Like, Kyle is a little too far on that in general, where it's just like, oh, like everything, they're gonna censor you, they're not gonna let you speak. Like, should we be aware of that? Sure, but we should be wary of it when there's actually like something being proposed that will infringe upon our free speech. I don't believe that this does. This is a misuse of free speech that is causing harm. All right. Yeah, Kyle drank too much he drank too much of the reactionary free speech Kool-Aid. I don't know.
And tell everybody you know, don't buy this. It's absolute nonsense. Stand by freedom of speech. Stand by the principle of it.
I am very sympathetic to...
Wait. Tell everyone you know, don't buy this. Wait, so you're literally going to tell people, like, if this happens, like, you want us to be telling everyone we know, like, don't buy this government fact-checking thing. So your solution to the government solution to misinformation being spread is to make people even more skeptical of factual information and just tell them don't buy it, don't go along with it. Like, I know Kyle is thinking more in the long term, but in the short term, that'll have some serious fucking repercussions, especially when it comes to COVID. So, yeah, go make sure to tell all your friends, and keeping in mind that human communication is like 90% broken fucking telephone. Yeah, go tell your fucking normie family members and shit that, like, don't buy this Ministry of Truth shit, man. Don't buy this fact-checking shit, man. It's bullshit. They're trying to feed you facts. They're trying to control the narrative, you know? Am I the only one who notices just how irresponsible that is for Kyle to do? Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Is that not, like, really irresponsible language for him to be using? Like, holy shit. Like, okay. let's get into TJ's response.
Stand by freedom of speech. Stand by the principle of it.
I am very sympathetic to what Kyle is saying here. I consider myself to be a
TJ.
proponent of freedom of speech. However,
I
I believe that people are entitled to their own opinions, not their own facts. If
True.
a person wants to say, I don't believe in wearing a mask because it's a violation of my freedom, that is an opinion, and I think it should be protected. If a person wants to say masks are not effective at stopping the spread of COVID-19, that's demonstrably a lie, and they should not be allowed to knowingly propagate.
True. Okay, and this is the thing. Okay, and I think this is the point that Kyle's missing overall, which is that this is not about censoring opinion. This is about censoring misinformation. Okay? This is about this is fact-based. This is like, you can't go around telling people that, oh yeah, actually, if you reach a certain height in the Earth's atmosphere, you'll actually enter a state where there is no gravity. So you can actually jump if you are up in a plane. And this is why a lot of people don't know this, but like, if you jump out of a plane from a certain height, you'll be in a space where there's no gravity, and you'll be able to just float there forever. Like, maybe, or like, yeah, like certain buildings that reach a certain height, just jump off the Empire State Building, or the CN Tower in Toronto, or the whatever else. Is it still called that, by the way, or did they change the name of it again? The CN Tower. I don't know. Everything changed while I was away. I don't know shit no more. But yeah, that would be an example of a spreading of false facts that could get people killed, right? So maybe if people are going around and trying to make that seem credible and, you know, trying to propagate that shit, yeah, that would be something that would be not even censored, but like, here, put a fact thing that says this is demonstrably false and here's why, and always provide the facts. And that's, by the way, what like they're already doing when like they're like on Twitter, like they were like fact checking like the president and shit. Like, they were providing the facts. They weren't just saying this is wrong, believe us. This goes against the state narrative. I don't know. A lot of people are really fucking paranoid about the state. Anyway.
If a person says COVID-19 precautions are overly stifling and I would rather take the risks than conform to these guidelines, that's an opinion and should be protected. If someone wants to say COVID-19 is a hoax, that is a lie, and that should not be allowed.
Right. Again, it's this the distinction between the two. You can have your opinion that you don't think COVID is a problem, but the minute you start going around telling people COVID is a hoax, that is a lie that harms people. And that's where you're taking it too far. That's where it's no longer freedom of speech. That's where it becomes harmful speech.
There's no political position that people should be barred from. But whatever your position is, your facts need to be straight and unimpeachable. And if they aren't, they have no place in the discourse. We've seen...
Right, and imagine, by the way, what that would do to, like, the left-right dichotomy. Like, especially because, like, the left is more aligned with fact. Like, this would actually, like, destroy Republicans. They would have to, like, completely rethink their entire platform. Yeah, they would. Because, like, most of what Republicans rely on is misinformation, okay? Like, they spread misinformation constantly. Now, that's not to say that this system would necessarily call it all out, but maybe enough of it, you know? Maybe there'd be some shit that some Republican dipshit would say, and it would get fact-checked, and be like, nah, this is bullshit. And a lot of people would realize, oh, this is, I mean, to come to think of it, it probably wouldn't, because then you just have all the right-wingers going, well, see, that's the state narrative, man. You can't trust what the state wants to tell you. All right? I believe in, but yeah, it would hurt their ability to, like, spread outright misinformation.
Firsthand the results of rampant misinformation. They are a grave threat to our democratic institutions and to the public trust and to public health and safety. There are valid concerns about who should wield the power to stamp out misinformation.
Sure.
If you give the government the power to stop misinformation, they'll be tempted to use it to censor correct information that just happens to contradict their official narrative. Kyle uses the example of the lies we were told in the lead up to the Iraq War. There are also valid concerns about the epistemological criteria used to determine what is and what is not factual. For instance, one could claim that COVID-19 escaped from a lab in Wuhan, China. One could even claim that it was released intentionally as a bioweapon by the CCP. These claims, while often disputed and typically politically motivated, are not demonstrably false. We do not know precisely the origins of COVID-19. I think that what needs to happen is this. There needs to be a government administration that is made up entirely of scientists who are appointed to their position based on the merits of their scientific achievements and not based on their politics. The fact-check administration, okay?
The unfortunate thing, the unfortunate thing there would be that most of those people would be left-leaning people, and then the right would cry and bitch and moan and be like, see, they're only hiring left-leaning and liberal scientists, you know? Where's all the conservative Christian creationist scientists? And, I mean, that shit is misinformation. It is. Like, it goes against, like, proven scientific fact. Yeah, I feel like the Christians would be the most mad about this. Because this would mean that, like, science would be basically, like, adhered to by the state. Scientific consensus would be, like like factually acknowledged by the state. And yeah, I can see a lot of fucking Christians getting fucking mad about that, because then they'll be like, they're trying to take God out of the government. See, this is why, by the way, we don't need Kyle's perspective. We don't on any level, whether this is possible, whether this is likely to happen or not, because if it's either way, there's going to be opposition to this, and they are going to be loud, and they're going to be very angry. And yeah, the conservative Christian right is going to be so against this, because they're gonna see the writing on the wall, and they're gonna be like, wait, so you're gonna try and like put science above, like you're gonna put science above God, you know? That's gonna be the talking point. Which yeah, I'm willing to bet I am right about that. Someone will fucking try and use that as the oh yeah, like the government wants to put scientists in charge of telling you what is and isn't true. Well, I don't believe in science. I believe in the Bible. And scientists don't believe in the Bible. These scientists they're putting in charge are a bunch of liberal fucking atheists. Well, at least I called it out beforehand, so maybe that'll make it lose a little credibility, I hope. It's an obvious argument, though, which is unfortunate.
FCA. The FCA should have the power to determine if any given claim is incontrovertibly false, and if it is socially deleterious. If they find that a claim is
right, and I would add on the caveat that they can only propagate this to the public if they can actually prove with facts and evidence and incontrovertible proof that the facts that they are stating are true. They have to every source has to be cited. I don't know if TJ says that specifically, but yeah, let's continue.
Incontrovertibly false and socially deleterious, then they should be empowered to stop its spread by any reasonable means. If any reasonable doubt exists that a claim is false, they should, of course, err on the side of freedom of speech.
Right.
Whenever the
see, and that's the solution. That right there is the solution. And look, I could maybe see the argument that, like, well, what if the government doesn't do that? What if, they just want to, we gotta fight for it to be that way, because, again, I do think the alternative is worse. I do. I think a lot of harm is spread by misinformation, a lot, and it preys upon mentally ill people too. Like, there's a lot of and I've known a lot of religious people that, oh my God, it's so clear, and it's sad. It's less funny than sad, and like it's predatory. It's fucking predatory. Like, I feel bad more than anything for, like, QAnon people. That doesn't mean I want to give them a platform and let them speak. No. But I almost feel bad for them, because they're being, like, brainwashed and manipulated into outcomes that are harming themselves and their children, their families. Like, this isn't healthy on any fucking level. Like, misinformation is being weaponized to such a massive extent these days, and it's because of the internet. That's what we have to realize. Like, the laws and shit have to change with the times. We're in the age of the internet now. We need the internet to be considered in our laws and constitutions. Otherwise, like, people are going to be able to misuse the internet all they fucking want. And there's no oversight, or very little. Very few of the people who don't know what is factual right now will be convinced by this fact branch. It is a risky proposition that increases the risk of authoritarianism and censorship. No, again, not if it's based on facts, not if it's based on incontrovertible truths, okay? Something that can be demonstrably represented. And again, if we have, like TJ said, we err on the side of free speech in cases where it's ambiguous.
FCA determines that a claim is both false and harmful, which should not be often based on the criteria I've outlined. A full report on the findings of this administration should be made public. The report would detail exactly what evidence led them to rule the claim false and what evidence led them to rule the claim harmful.
Right, and that's very important. Like, if they, you know, you got to show your work, all right? And if they're not able or willing to show their work, then we don't buy it. We, the people, don't buy it. We say, nope, we do not buy your bullshit, all right? So, yeah, they wouldn't just be able to then, like, put out, like, lies about Area 51 or even about weapons of mass destruction in other countries, because it would be like, well, where is your evidence? What led you to believe this? What can you show us? And if they can't show us for national security reasons, then they also can't silence us for national security reasons, all right? They have to just let us go along with our own narrative at that point until they're able, willing, or ready to, you know, show their work.
This way, there is transparency to the process, and people can look over the evidence for themselves. If the FCA is suspected to have abused their power to stifle dissent or for any other reason, as in Kyle's Iraq war hypothetical, then there should be an appeals process whereby a public hearing is held to determine if the body acted incorrectly. The entire thing.
And that's another good bit of oversight, because rather than just having like the people, rather than just letting the government, this wouldn't be like an authoritarian thing. This would be accountable to the people. Okay, they would have to be held accountable by the people. And like their oversight committees and appeals and shit like that. Yeah, all very logical. Okay, based TJ.
Thing should be completely transparent. What is the reason to oppose such a system? If checks and balances are present, it would be extraordinarily difficult to abuse. If the epistemological safeguards err on the side of freedom, it should not prevent anything other than demonstrable falsehoods. Freedom of speech should not mean the freedom to spread misinformation. It should mean the freedom to speak whatever opinion you want to, regardless of whether or not it's popular. The only people who should oppose such a system are those who need lies to sell their agenda. I don't particularly think that their right to do so is of any particular value to our society.
Which is why, like I said, the ones to oppose this more than anything else will be the conservative Christians, you know? Yeah, like, because they need lies to prop up their ideology. So, hey, having less prevalent ideologies that require lies to be propped up sounds pretty fucking base to me, okay? That actually sounds like it would benefit our society, like, immensely. The unfortunate thing is, they would probably not use it that often, to be perfectly, like, especially if all those checks and balances were put into place. They would probably only use it in cases like COVID, right? Like, so what's being proposed isn't even necessarily like, it's gonna, like, just every little thing is gonna be fact checked, and like no one's allowed to talk about anything because that's not been, like, you know, no, like it's the whole reason this is even being proposed is to protect against COVID and misinformation being spread, as long as those checks and balances were in place. Now, if the checks and balances aren't in place, then I guess I'd say, sure, let's fight against this and propose a new solution that includes those checks and balances. Because I don't think the idea should be, I don't think the baby should be thrown out with the bathwater here, just because there are some ways it can go bad. Like, if a bill is proposed that doesn't have any checks and balances, no caveats for that, and it's like, okay, fine, let's oppose this bill specifically. But the general idea of a fact-checking department whose job it is to, like, you know, protect against malicious misinformation that's being weaponized on the internet, yeah, I don't see a downside.
I don't think it represents a freedom that is worth preserving. I don't think that making people play by the rules of reality is a threat to freedom of speech.
True.
It doesn't even limit what you're allowed to advocate for. You can still be an anti-vaxxer. You just have to admit that you're doing it out of pure obstinate defiance and nothing factual. You can still choose not to wear a mask. You just have to admit that that the reason you refuse to protect other people is just because you're an asshole.
Yeah, and like those arguments like defend a lot of dipshits because there's like, oh, I have my own facts, and I have my own facts, and I know. It's like, well, like you can't even argue with these people because it's just like, but they can convince other people if they're convincing enough, right? They'd be like, oh no, I've seen all the facts and I know, and like a lot of people are stupid. A lot of people just believe shit based on hearsay. If they hear another person say something, they're just like, oh, well, that must be true, especially if they know the person. It's like, oh, yeah, my cousin told me this. Oh, it must be true. So, yeah.
Not because masks are ineffective. You could still protest for Trump to be reinstated as president, but you have to admit that it's because you just want that, and not because the election was stolen. Let's face it, we live in a society where the messy and complicated truth is often beaten up and beaten out by simple and emotionally evocative lies. Truth needs help if it's going to win, so let's give it that leg up. The idea apparently already has popular support. Half the country's on board. Half the country is sick of the lies. Half the country is ready to see the political charlatans and fraudsters get gagged. And to me, that's an encouraging sign that we have not yet completely lost our minds. Would any body empowered to stop misinformation need massive checks and balances? Of course. Would it need to be extraordinarily transparent and open to public scrutiny? Yes. Would it need to prove the falsehood of a statement beyond any reasonable doubt? Yes. Is it impossible to do so? No. Is it a threat to civil liberties? No more than any other power structure, if it's done correctly. So I think Kyle...
Yeah, like, again, and by the way, that's another good point. Like, any power structure can be abused, okay? Any system that is put in place to, you know, for social utility or societal utility or to, you know, that is meant to help us can also be used to hurt us. It can be abused, okay? The government, like, the very system of a government in and of itself, you could have used the argument, like, why should we have a government, you know? The government will just be able to control everything, and I know some people are like, well, that's why we got to abolish all government. Yeah, I know. No one seriously holds that position. Well, I guess some people do. Serious people don't hold that position. Because we realize the utility of a government. And even if it has downsides, you know, there's still positives to having it there. God damn it, I'm getting really fucking hot. Let me move my fan really quick. Holy fuck. Okay. That is better. I got air. Yo. Whew. Okay, let's listen. Let's continue. Almost done.
Kyle is dead wrong on this. He is arguing principle over practicality. He is arguing this position as if the last 2 years had not happened. His take on this issue, in my view, leads us further down a post-truth rabbit hole where facts and reason no longer matter, and our civilization, our democracy, our freedom will not survive under those conditions. That's my take, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there something I'm just not seeing? Is there something you'd like to add? Is there food for thought you'd like to offer?
No, I think TJ's pretty fucking spot on this one. Yeah, I'm actually surprised because I don't think it necessarily contradicts, but it kind of comes in conflict with some of the other positions he holds, like especially when it comes to like cancel culture. But yeah, no, like I'm all I'm down with what TJ's talking about here. But yeah, we do need to have these conversations though. We can't just like dismiss the idea of like a fact-checking department and say no, it's inherently bad. We need to be we need to there need to be checks and balances in place. It needs to be accountable to the people, and the government should be required to always show their facts and sources for any claim that they're making. And it should be provable beyond a shadow of a doubt. And like TJ said, yeah, if all of those criteria are met, this sounds like more of a good thing than a bad thing. Because overall, like, I also agree with TJ when he says, like, truth. If we put in place, like, a system that, like, bolsters truth and is actually structured in a way that does promote truth, why is that a bad thing? Having a society that is more truth-oriented would be a good thing, okay? if there's less lies and misinformation spread around, like, and this is the thing, like, it almost just sounds utopian, so like, it'll probably never fucking happen, but, like, just imagine that, if, like, people can't go around using misinformation to, like, rope dumb idiots into following their political prescriptions, you know? Oh my god, that would be amazing. Didn't he call you an idiot for saying people should be deplatformed? Yes, but see, this is where, I think here's where TJ draws the line, okay? I think his line is demonstrable harm. When it comes to free speech, if it can be demonstrated that it is causing demonstrable harm, that it is actually like a lie and not just an opinion, where and I do believe that in terms of like legal, like, you know, it in terms of it being illegal, yeah, like TJ's criteria I agree with 100%, but in terms of what we put up with societally, in terms of what's societally okay, no, I prefer that we have higher standards for society, and that if people are going to be bigots, you can hold your bigoted opinions, but you're gonna face social consequences, and you're gonna face repercussions in your job and your professional life, and because nobody wants to fucking associate with a goddamn racist or a bigot or transphobe or a you know, bigots in general. Yeah, like, nobody wants to associate. Most of us in society don't want to associate with bigots. And that's, by the way, part of how society functions. That's how social structures work. That's like, what is it? What's it called? A social selection? Where, like, that might not be the right phrase. But, like, our society selects for good and bad ideas by promoting the good ideas and shunning the bad ones. So, you know, if someone is a transphobe, for example, most rational people in society, more and more, will look at that and be like, oh, that's gross behavior. That's really fucking horrible and bigoted, and we don't put up with that. And through the process of selection and you know, the ways we can, like, outcast and whatnot, and or shun people who have, like, abhorrent positions, people will end up not holding those positions publicly, and thereby not spreading that. That's another thing, by the way. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, don't you want people to be open with their racism and shit? Yes, because it's more honest, but also no, because if they can be open about that and argue for it, and argue for their reasons of why they're racist or transphobic or whatever, they're more likely to convince people. If it's just not accepted in society, then the person who has that position, if they come out and try to, like, convince someone, more than likely they're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Right? And that means the bad idea. And by the way, racism and bigotry in general is not inherent to humanity, okay? Like, it's not, sorry, what I should say is our biases are learned, okay? They're not genetic. We don't have, like, genetic biases towards other groups of people. It's just tribalism, okay? We might be genetically wired to be tribalistic, but that doesn't mean, and by the way, we could potentially use that even for good and be like, no, we are going to be tribalist as the human race, okay? We're going to view ourselves as the human tribe, and, you know, try to work together on that level. Sorry, what was my original point? The point that I'm trying to get at, Epistemology 101, knowledge equals justified true belief. I don't know what your point is there. I think if a person isn't able to demonstrate that they have the ability to think critically, the government should just give them a forced vasectomy or have their tubes tied. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that kind of shit, yo. I'm not saying we gotta, like, go that far, but, like, no, social disincentivization is a great way to select for traits that we want in society. Yo, I'll move on when I'm ready to move on, all right? I don't appreciate the chat telling me to move on when I'm in the middle of talking about something. I will move on soon, all right? I should be on this screen because I'm not really responding to the video anymore. I'm giving my own thoughts. Hell yeah, yo. It's Hopium Den time. Yeah, I like that, yo. Hopium Den. I still don't know what I want to use it for. Maybe I'll use it for just when I'm chatting with the audience. Isn't there a better solution to shun people? Isn't the better solution to shun people who say dumb things instead of this truth branch? No, because people are, it's you can't just shun Kenneth Copeland and Joe Rogan and Donald Trump. Okay, people who already have platforms and already have a voice are using it to weaponizing it. They're weaponizing their platform to spread falsehoods that are a detriment to our society. That's a serious fucking thing. Heavy peer social pressure can be more effective than the government. World War I British recruitment from social pressure. Yeah, I'm not saying social pressure doesn't have its value. It does. But there's a limit to it. There's a, like, if social pressure was all you needed, Christianity would be gone, okay? Bigotry would be gone. But there are people in positions of power that weaponize their positions and their platforms to spread falsehoods. And that's the problem. And this is the thing. This isn't to like censor like some random dipshit on the street who wants to be like, I think COVID is a hoax. This is to censor the people who are the source of that misinformation. Because those are the people who are causing the fucking problem. Like, regular dumbass people can have their dumbass fucking opinions. But this is about being able to, like, use the internet and platforms to propagate that and make it seem legitimate. To be able to get on television or whatever and like, you know how many people? My grandmother is, like, really, and she's not that, like, she's like in her 80s, all right? And a lot of the time, not everything, but, like, most of what she hears on television, it's like, well, yeah, I heard it on television. Why would they put it on TV if it wasn't true? A lot of people, like, they will default to, like, what they heard on the news, what they heard on their local TV station. That can be weaponized for harm. And that's what I'm fucking talking about. Anyway, yeah, we should move on. I'm going to move on. If you didn't see the segment, you can go back and watch it. It's good shit. TJ's pretty based on this. I wish he would apply this logic elsewhere, maybe, but say, at least he's based as hell on this issue. All right, hell yeah. All right, let's Oh, where'd that video go? Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, it's over there. All right, let's watch another video. Not this one. Okay. God damn it. I do need to get an ad. There fucking is an ad blocker in my browser. Why is it not active? Block ads.
Thank God it's Friday.
All right. Okay, Betty White sent me this video yesterday. This Mark Dice video. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna have a listen. I think this is just Mark Dice railing against Biden. So let's get into it.
Thank God it's Friday because I'm tired of talking about Afghanistan, another trash can country in the Middle East that we shouldn't be.
A trash can country, yo. Wow. Wow. Well, okay. He is a right winger. I gotta. Yeah, Mark Dice does suck. Do you know who Mark? Yeah, they used to cover him on like DP, didn't they? Pretty sure they did. I've heard his name before mentioned in like DP circles, so I don't know.
Meddling in, but this withdrawal of our troops, again, which should have happened 19 years ago, has been such a disaster that it's too big for the media to ignore.
We've all seen the pictures. We've seen those hundreds of people packed into a C-17. We've seen Afghans falling.
That was 4 days ago, 5 days ago.
Like he could say anything and they'll just like, oh, look how much of a clown he is. Look how much of an idiot he is, yo. Even though like his speech that he gave was actually not bad. I didn't love it. I didn't love him going so hard on the Afghani troops and making it sound like they're almost just like lazy or whatever, didn't want to fight. I don't know. I'd have to look into that more though to know what the whole situation is. I'm not super well versed on this, by the way. Like I get the gist of it, and I've talked about it at length, but I don't know all the nitty gritty details of this situation.
Of course, old Joe's gonna have no idea what the heck is going on with anything other than what his favorite flavor of ice cream is. But
oh wow, burn! No one's ever thought of that before. Like, this is wow. Mark Dice does suck. Holy shit! Like, at least Razor Fist, like, made some arguments that could be construed as compelling, if you are so inclined to agree with this line of attack. But like, holy fuck! Like, he's ice cream, guys. Biden likes ice cream. Burn. Okay.
You would expect that the military leadership, the people who are actually following what it is that's going on the ground, would. But here's General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
There was nothing that I or anyone else saw that indicated a collapse of this army and this government in 11 days.
Well, actually, there were, sir, but you missed it because you were obviously too busy.
I mean, I'll agree with him there. There's probably there were a shit ton of signs of collapse, and like that. I think anyone would have realized, like, if we pull out, there's gonna be a disaster. I mean, hey yeah, Vosh called it out. Even he was like, if we pull out, this is gonna happen. And yeah, it's happening. Which again, it sucks. And maybe we should have tried to do something a little bit better. Maybe we should have had like a better exit strategy. I don't know. But it is what it is now, I guess. It's not like we can only do so much to mitigate the disaster that's currently happening, which is basically get out as many fucking refugees as we fucking can. Cause yeah, I mean, even if we were to like go back in, I don't think like we could even like take the country. Well, actually the American military probably could if it really wanted to. But that would just, that would bring us right back where we started. So that wouldn't be good. But yeah, no, like we needed to pull out, like, no matter what. Like, I love these right wingers criticizing Biden for pulling out again when it had to be done. Everybody agreed, right, left, everyone. Trump agreed. Like, okay, let's. Yeah, it's getting really hard to, like, distinguish these right-wingers' arguments. They're all just saying the same shit about this. They're just trying to blame Biden. It's all Biden's fault, even though Biden probably had very little control overall as to the outcome of this, except for saying, hey, I'm pulling the trigger when it comes to pulling out because, yeah, this has been too long.
too busy reading books about white privilege to pay any attention to that classified cable that was sent by U.S. diplomats.
Burn, fucking one fucking pamphlet about white privilege or whatever, about critical race theory, and like, yeah, that's all the military's doing, yo. That's all the military's doing, just sitting there trying to like learn about white privilege. They're definitely not doing their jobs or anything, you know. Holy fuck! Great respect for the military there, by the way. But whatever, he's not bolstering your narrative, so yeah, fuck him.
Which warned of this exact scenario. Someone who knows a thing or two about diplomatic cables, those digital telegrams sent between embassies in their parent countries, is Julian Assange. And here he is explaining what the real purpose of the Afghanistan war was many years ago.
Because the goal is not to completely subjugate Afghanistan. The goal is to use Afghanistan to wash money out of the tax bases of the United States, out of the tax bases of European countries, through Afghanistan and back into the hands of a transnational security elite. That is the goal.
Yeah, and we knew about this, and that's why we should have pulled out a long fucking time ago. And so what's your point? Why are you railing against Biden now for pulling out when, like, yeah, we should have pulled out forever ago. What did Biden do wrong? Like, I don't get it. What's the meme? What did oh, Annie wants to join me. Oh yeah, I can have Annie on. Here, let me Annie can jump in my live room.
Hi.
Oh. Yo, what up?
Mark Dice is fucking stupid, that's what's up.
He is. Hell yeah, Annie cameo, yo. You want to join me for this segment?
I do actually. I'm enjoying my time alone. It feels really good to be solo for a while. I can shout as much as I want. No one can do anything about it. It's amazing.
Hell yeah, yo. Do an impassioned Annie rant on this stream.
On Mark Dice?
Yeah. All right, here I'll play. Or do you want to say something now, or do you want me to play a little more?
I just play a little more, and I'll add stuff as I'm thinking about some stuff. But I'll just kind of unleash at some point. You'll see.
All right.
I.e., the goal is to have an endless war, not a successful war.
Not only that, but
That's true,
Afghanistan
too.
is the source of one of the world's largest deposits of lithium, the component in the batteries of everybody's cell phone, tablet, and laptop. And, well, one of the dirty little secrets of the
I can't hear
Afghanistan
bitch
war
tits. I'm
is that-
sorry.
Oh, you can't hear it. Oh, fuck. No.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot, like, there's stuff that you gotta do when you have someone on here. Fuck Mark Dice. Okay, I remember one thing I did want to bring up, though, while you're taking care of this. One thing that really pisses me off about these people is they always point to one thing, right? They always point to, like, one crazy example, like, here's this pamphlet that was given out. Oh, wow, they invited Anita Sarkeesian to come talk at the UN. Like, I'm supposed to get so outraged about it. But do you know how many other people haven't been invited to talk at the UN? Do you know how many other pamphlets have been probably passed out in the army? Just because, like, one group of people entertains this idea doesn't mean that it's endorsed by the entire fucking group, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think everyone in the UN is trying to push a feminist agenda. Somehow I don't think that the representatives from the Middle East are like, okay, I'll hear out Anita Sarkeesian. You know what I mean?
I mean, they should, though.
Culture. Well, I mean, yeah, they would benefit from actually hearing something that she has to say, if anyone, but yeah, I don't know. It pisses me off. It's just like, I could easily do the exact same thing. I could point to some extreme, like, Nazi thing that's happened within the country within the past 5 years, and they'd just be like, well, you're just cherry picking, and that doesn't represent me. You just tried to do the exact same thing to the fucking left because you don't want to have an argument with people. You just want to fucking point to a straw man and be like, this is what everyone on this side thinks like. It's ridiculous. Fuck Mark Dice.
Yeah. All right, let me know if you can hear this.
The big tech companies wanted that lithium. You would think that 20 years would have been long enough to steal all of that, but apparently it must be fairly difficult to mine. This is an article that CNN just released yesterday. The Taliban are sitting on $1 trillion worth of minerals the world desperately needs. And since they, well, hate us, they're going to be partnering with China to help them mine the rest of it. And you're not supposed to talk about the massive opium crops in Afghanistan, which, up until they finally realized what lithium was used for and how valuable it is, was one of their primary sources of revenue.
What's his fucking point?
I
guess he's gonna get to it, but like he doesn't seem to have much of a point.
No, that's the sad thing. He's making his point because he brought up that CNN article where they basically say the quiet part out loud and say that we need to be in the Middle East because there's resources there. Which at least even though it's kind of like it's shitty to come out and just say that, it is the truth.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't like this idea that CNN just represents everybody on the left. I do not argue with everybody on the right as if they're being like like they're a fucking straw man of Tucker Carlson or Fox News or something.
Yeah.
I don't look at people like straw men. And neither should them. But that's all they fucking have, right? Because when it gets to a one-on-one, they always fucking flounder because they don't have the facts on their side.
Yeah. Do we really need these minerals? No, but rich business people want them.
So.
Yeah. Well, they might. I mean,
some of them are obviously useful.
Yeah.
They're not all just like fucking frivolous. I don't want to make it out like that. But a lot of them, I'm sure, because look how many gems are just like expensive for no reason. They don't serve a direct purpose.
Right.
They're just expensive because the diamond market demands that they be. Just an example.
I mean, yeah, but we're talking about like lithium and shit that's like used in phones and batteries and shit. So like that is useful. Although
okay, yeah, that shit is useful. Yes, of course, but.
Yeah. I love how like we've used up all the resources over here, so we've got to like take all the resources from countries who haven't even begun to develop yet in the way we have, and we're like we are just gonna like use up the entire planet's resources before any other countries can catch up.
That's why that's what's really sad. That's why a bunch of people think that the next resource war is gonna be in fucking Africa. They think it's going to be in Africa, and all these fucking countries that have been fucked over for years and years and years, they're going to get fucked over even more.
It might, yeah. That's why it is our responsibility as Western nations to take in immigrants from these countries, because we are raping these countries. We have a moral obligation to give these people a home, especially when we are ensuring that these countries will never be able to develop the way we have. They won't be able to mine resources in their own fucking lands and be able to build fucking anything. They're going to have to rely on other fucking nations. How are they ever going to get a fucking ahead with nothing? Everything is gone. Everything is being taken from their fucking lands. Like, they have no resources. And, like, a lot of these fucking resources on the planet are, like, they're going to run out eventually anyway. And, like,
oh, yeah. That's why we need to start focusing on renewable resources.
Right. Which, no, there's not enough money in that. God.
That reminds me of when I brought up nuclear to Dave, and he was just like, well, you guys don't like nuclear. And I'm like, I just told you that nuclear is a good thing.
Yeah,
and,
nuclear is by the way, like solar energy is basically like nuclear energy. It's just farther away. It's
yeah. I mean, no, we should be focusing on all types of renewable energy, but like in the current,
we should be doing everything we fucking can. Yeah, if nuclear is, yeah, I'm not against nuclear. We just gotta have checks and balances. Again, just like I'm not against fact checking. We just gotta have checks and balances. We have to have like a system in place to make sure that these things are done properly. Like that's
yeah, no, I agree.
And by the way, like a lot of complex systems that exist today, that's how they work. There's checks and balances to make sure everything that is the way it is works and isn't misused. Like, sure, some shit's still misused, but like, all right. Let's get to an actual argument from this dipshit.
You're not going to find.
Despite the ongoing opioid crisis in America for 20 years, our soldiers were literally helping the Taliban cultivate opium crops.
Good morning to you, Geraldo. Tell us what you've seen during your days there in Afghanistan.
Hi, Allison, Dave, and Clayton. Yes, in some ways, the Marines' brilliantly executed invasion of Marja, this town in the middle of Helmand province, was the easy part. The hard part now is governing this province, a province, as you suggest, that has become addicted to opium in many, many ways. That is the principal crop that is being grown here. Let me introduce Lieutenant Colonel Brian Christmas. He's the commanding officer of the 3rd Battalion, 6th Marines.
Like this is
really a
this
wonderful
is fucked up, but I don't know what his fucking point is. Is he just trying to blame all this on Biden? Like,
yeah, because like, okay,
the
yeah,
video title is total embarrassment, and it has a thumbnail of Biden. How is Biden to blame for all of this?
Because he was involved in the government at the time. So.
Group of
okay, I guess.
Marines here. I know that you care
Which, like, I guess to some
about...
extent is true, but to just pull up some random clips like this, which have really nothing to do with him, and just say, okay.
Someone in the chat actually hit the nail on the head. They were like, not even a Biden fan, but he was pretty brave to take the political fallout for something that was Bush's fault instead of just passing it on to the next president like the others. Yeah, that's true. That's why, like, I can't be mad at Biden for this. I can't. It was gonna go badly no matter fucking what. Everything we were doing in that country was bad. Like, everything about the situation was bad. And leaving was gonna have bad effects whether we did it 10 years ago or now. But, like, the fact is, we had to pull out at some point. We had to. There wasn't another option. Now, there should have been better exit strategies. We should have, like, you know, I don't know. We should have got the UN involved, which why the fuck? I don't know. The UN seems like an ineffectual. They seem pretty ineffectual
Oh yeah, remember all they accomplished when Russia literally just fucking plopped Crimea into their republic without a fucking word after a quote unquote election. Remember that? The UN didn't do shit about that.
The UN should have its own fucking military, and it should not be. They should not be contracting the American military ever. All nations should be, including America, should be putting money into the UN so that it can fund its own military. In fact, America should have to cut a significant portion of its military budget and funnel it directly into that, so that the UN, especially because the Americans' military is something that a lot of other nations have relied on in a lot of ways, in ways that they shouldn't have had to, and two, because they've done so much fucking damage, they should have to do that.
I don't think the UN has like much of. There's not like they don't really like. There's not laws and shit like that, you know. What I mean?
But there's national laws. There's like
Sure.
There's like the Geneva Convention or whatever. Like, look,
it would definitely be like unprecedented territory in a way.
I think the UN should be empowered more. I do. I think it should be built up and made more effective. It should have its own fucking military. Yeah, I get it. It's only useful for diplomacy and humanitarian aid, but it should be doing more than that. It should. Why like we rely on the American government to come in and get involved in every little fucking thing, or other governments?
Here's the problem with that. Like pretty much every single country, or pretty much every majorly recognized country, is in the UN. So like inevitably, if the UN had an army, then they would literally be sending members of their army to a member state.
But the point would be, in this case, there could be UN soldiers sent to defend Afghanistan from the Taliban, because they wouldn't be.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, they wouldn't be fighting at one country or another. They'd be defending against terrorism.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll never happen, but I think it should. I
guess it's not. It's not a bad idea.
The American military has too much unchecked power. There should be a military that's accountable to all nations, that is able to stamp out the American military if they get to, if they do something beyond the pale, which they're capable of. Okay, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but like, hey, especially, well, yeah, it has. Well, yeah, no, it has, and it does. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm thinking of getting out of hand like Hitler levels, but like, it's clearly already gotten out of hand. Okay, and hey, if Trump, if someone like Trump was a little more organized, it could have gotten to those levels. So yeah, the American government, my overall point is the American government has had way too much unchecked power for a long fucking time, and it shouldn't.
This contradiction, the fact that here you have one of the best fighting forces in the world ever mounted, and in a sense you're watching as this opium is being grown. I know it grinds at your gut. How do you deal with it? What are you doing about it?
Well, frankly, this is a part of their culture. So while it might grind in my gut,
this is part of their culture. No.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Not when you're having them like harvest it for you and shit, and you're making it the trade of opiates a huge whatever. Yeah, no, like again, America definitely has some blame in all of these fucking problems here. But what's Mark Dice's fucking point? Holy fuck.
What they do.
And this isn't for pharmaceutical companies. This is black market opium, which is, of course, the primary ingredient.
We get that. What's your point?
I just want to make this point. It's not just America's fault why the Middle East is fucked up. A lot of it's the fucking colonial nations, a lot of the colonization that was going on, like in the 1800s and shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, in the 1800s. Yeah, in the 1800s. There was a lot of fucking colonization that was going on around that fucking time that led to a lot of the fucking shit is where it is today. Like, a lot of the recent problems, sure, that's because of America. But we can't deny that a lot of the original issues, that's because of fucking European countries. But honestly, I don't know. Like, it's important to know where those issues came from, but we just kind of have to deal with the issue in the here and now.
Yeah, like playing Captain Hindsight doesn't really help anybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Juniper says, why fight the opium trade when you can enlighten the Hopium Brigade? Ah, clever. Hell yeah, Hopium Brigade. Maybe I should call it that. I've been trying to figure out a new name for my patrons. The Hopium Brigade, yo. I don't know. I didn't want to use Hopium Squad. I thought it sounded too predictable. I don't know.
A squad.
A squad.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
A squad of Hopium. All right, let's continue.
80% of which originates from Afghanistan. 80% of the world's
I don't know why that
heroin
made me
comes
laugh.
from Afghanistan,
but it's just like a stock image, like you have opioid addiction.
Yeah, opioid addiction. Oh my god.
Like, okay.
I want him to get to a fucking point. He's not making one. He's just like...
We're not going to find one.
He's stringing together a bunch of this bad thing happened, and that bad thing happened, and this bad thing. It's like, what's your... Oh my god. Like, why? Total embarrassment. Biden's in the thumbnail. What's your point?
The military's justification was that if we burned the opium fields, then the locals wouldn't support us, and then they would side with the Taliban. And I don't think that the American people have grasped the reality of the fact that the Taliban is allowed to have a Twitter account. Not some hidden Twitter account that only their members know about and somebody just discovered it. It's just out in the open. Like, Jack Dorsey's been questioned.
Yeah, maybe if we, maybe if we, like, had, an information, a fact-checking, organization, whose job it is to, stamp out radical extremist ideologies whose base their ideas on like
what I don't
falsehoods.
Get? What? Because Twitter's hypocrites, the left is bad? What logic is this? That's your point? That's what it took you all this time to make the point of? Oh, Twitter said something bad and hypocritical. Everyone thinks that Twitter's fucking hypocritical.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Like Twitter,
Jack's jacking off. Like,
yeah,
we've said that before.
Lefties don't like Twitter either. Yeah, that's true.
Nobody likes Twitter. Nobody likes YouTube. Nobody likes Facebook.
Nobody likes capitalism either. We have to live under it. We don't get a choice.
Oh, this guy does. This guy.
Yeah. No, I'm sure he does.
About it and says they're allowed to keep it because they haven't violated the rules after committing an armed insurrection of a country. And unlike Joe Biden, who's hiding in his basement, hoping the story will go away, the Taliban is actually holding press...
Hiding in his basement, hoping the story will go away? He just gave a press conference. He literally did something which, again, like the chat pointed out, something that was actually kind of brave. He's taking the political flack for this. He's taking it. Other presidents were too scared. He's doing it. He did the thing. He said, no, the buck stops here. Okay? He didn't just, kick the can down the road like every other president before him. Okay? Like, he doesn't, like, how is he hiding in his they're always going to say he's hiding in his basement now if he doesn't, like, do a press conference every 5 fucking hours. So, oh, where's Biden? He's hiding in his basement. Yo, he's hiding in his basement. Fucking God.
Conferences and answering people's questions. And while it is surprising that the American media is still covering the story because, well, it's too big for them to sweep under the rug completely, they still do find the time to air their regularly scheduled programming.
This was him, the governor, at a crowded indoor event at a Republican...
Wait, yeah, they're gonna talk about that because it's big news, but they're also gonna talk about other news because other shit's going on, or they want to talk about other stories.
Yeah. no one thinks CNN has integrity. Very few people, boomers do, like the same people, like, it's basically the same people who take Fox News seriously, but on the opposite end of the aisle, in most fucking cases. No one takes fucking news seriously.
By the way, this segment is called Don's Take. Wait, this is an opinion piece. He's getting mad because CNN dared to have its regularly scheduled programming alongside of a fucking major news story. Like, yeah, a lot of people don't want to tune into the news and just see the same story on repeat all fucking day. Okay, they're gonna stop watching because it's gonna be like, yeah, I already know, Afghanistan. We get it. It sucks. What else is going on?
This just goes to show how lazy they are, because of all the things to riff on CNN for, this is what you're gonna riff on CNN for? This fucking shit?
Yeah.
Just find a random opinion piece of some dude giving his opinion?
They're not only talking about Afghanistan. Yeah, Fox is far worse, but he's not gonna call out Fox because that doesn't bolster his narrative.
Yeah, Fox is worse, obviously, but...
Republican club meeting the governor attended just last night, maskless. He's been refusing mask mandates. He apparently refused to follow the CDC guidelines for indoor mask wearing.
We're gonna just listen to more of him than the actual dude in the video?
Because there he is, mask.
By the way, like, I know he's trying to, like, trivialize, like, oh, like, this story, like, how is this important? It's not just them, like, taking a jab at Republicans. It's them, first of all, letting people know, like, hey, this guy's got COVID. He's a fucking Texas governor, and he did this stupid thing, and he infected a bunch of fucking people, and everyone should know about it. Yeah, that should be in the news. I agree. There's nothing wrong with this story. Nothing whatsoever.
Nothing.
And in fact, like, we also should be shaming people who are elected officials who should know better, who are flouting mask mandates and infecting their supporters. Yeah, that should be known.
At this event.
And so far, Mr. Fauci hasn't commented on that new study about the plexiglass barriers, which have been set up everywhere, from grocery stores to restaurants to schools, which the New York Times has a headline reading, quote, "Those anti-COVID plastic barriers probably don't help and may make things worse." It only took the scientists a year and a half to figure out the obvious, that the barriers hinder the proper circulation of air in buildings.
The obvious.
And speaking of barriers, Dr. Fauci
like, you're a goddamn scientist, dude.
Yeah, and that's one article. I don't know how factual that is.
Anyone can make an assumption about something just by looking at it, be like, that doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean?
We know that masks work, and masks don't exactly help you circulate air in
no,
your own
it's a piece of cloth. It's just a piece of cloth. How could it possibly work?
Although I don't like all the like plastic or glass barriers in like stores and shit, because a lot of like employees that are standing behind them are like, oh, now I don't have to wear my mask, or I can leave my nose exposed or whatever. And it's like, no, you still stop. I don't want your COVID. Okay, you come in contact with so many fucking people a day. Like, don't just do the barrier thing. You should be wearing a fucking mask as well.
All right.
God damn it. Are we at his point yet? I guess
behind one.
The video's going to be over by the time we get there.
Yeah.
One made of steel bars. And if you agree, order my new Arrest Dr. Fauci shirt from my online
Oh
store at
my
mondays.com.
God.
Jamie, the video's over. He never made his point, just like I
He
told
didn't
him.
make a point. He just vaguely gestured towards this all being Biden's fault somehow because he's supposedly in his basement.
Yeah, but Jamie, check out his shirt.
Yeah, that shirt, by the way,
that's illegal, probably.
Yeah, should be. Okay.
It's not like a caricature or a drawing. It's straight up a picture, just fucking grayscale.
Yeah, and also the implication that he's a liar and a traitor to this country or some shit. Like, again, and the implication there is anti-facts about COVID. So once again. Buy Jamie this shirt. No, he should not get a goddamn another fucking penny for this shirt. This shirt is giga cringe. But Mark Dice is giga cringe. So what do y'all expect? There's more to the video. Does he? No, it's just him pimping the shirt.
It's just him chilling.
Oh my God.
Jamie, I told you he wasn't gonna make a point. Like,
Oh my-
I knew he wasn't gonna do it.
What?
It's Mark Dice.
Yeah, well, hey, the chat wanted Mark Dice, so We gave it to
I
them.
know, it's fun. I'm glad because I feel validated now that he didn't make a point. I was almost hoping he wasn't gonna make a point just so I could be like, "See, you didn't make a point."
God fucking damn it! No, God damn it! I fucked up. I was trying to do a thing. Okay, wait. Let's see if I can put this up, which I should have done earlier. Okay, whatever. Doesn't work. All right. What else do I got? Do I want to do another video? Oh, I do have other videos. I don't know if you want to stick around or...
Yeah, sure. What are you gonna talk about?
Let's see. What do we got?
Let me go get a drink.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Why is... Oh, god damn it. OBS froze. It's freaking the fuck out, yo. I tried to do a thing and it freaked the fuck out. If y'all are enjoying this stream, by the way, make sure to like and share and subscribe and consider donating, yo. It really helps me out. This channel is basically my fucking job right now, and so you know, it every little bit helps, you know. Every little bit fucking helps. Okay, we got okay. I'm resizing Annie. We're gonna put Annie in. You know what? Yeah, right there. Why not? There we go. Yeah.
I'm back.
There we go. Oh, right.
You're putting me on fucking screen
yeah,
now?
right in time, yeah. Yeah, why not? It works, yeah.
Why not?
Well, no, wait, that doesn't work because you're smaller than me then, and you're in front of me. Wait, god damn it.
What?
Can we just, you know what? Here, I'll just put you there. I'll just put you over in the corner. All right. You're kind of covering me, but it's cool. It's cool. I'll let you put your hand in front of my face weirdly. You know what? Nah, the people need to see me. Get out of here.
Oh my god. You know what? On second thought, fuck that.
There we go. Okay. So let's see. What are we gonna watch? So we did the Mark Dice thing. Oh, do you want to look at that Parz dude? I don't want to call him an incel. You know who I'm talking about, right? The dude that like complains about women.
Yeah, I think I've heard you riff on this person a few times before, right?
Let's
All right, guys.
Wait.
Oh, you should have just described how you looked. I would have gotten the idea.
You can see it and hear it.
Yeah, well, I can't see it for some reason. Click play. Now I can see it. That was weird. All right, yeah, it's good.
Okay. All right. So I found this video. All right. Stop overvaluing a woman's body count. Let's take a look. He actually has some not horrible ideas here.
Oh, okay. I'll hear him out then.
Yeah. I wish I could. Don't even have money for food right now. Nah, I feel that, yo. If y'all can't donate, no worries. I just appreciate y'all hanging out, yo. Hells yeah. All right, let's watch. Oh, I should put it on the screen. Oh, and then I have to. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Okay, let's watch.
Hey, whatever.
All right, guys. I want to talk about this shit because I see this way too much. So yeah, stop overvaluing a woman's body count, bruh. I promise you, I watched like 100.
Oh, he's talking about. Okay, to translate, he means how many women like a person. I mean, how many men a woman slept with, right?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
Okay, so that's actually like okay. He's right so far.
Yeah, he is, yo. He is.
All right, he's gonna get wrong at some point, I imagine, right?
See, here's the thing. Like, I really don't know what to think about this dude because he's made some videos that are like really wrong, but like he's also like, especially in his more recent shit, like he's kind of like getting smarter and like some of his positions are getting better, but like I still feel like his overall attitude and his conclusions on a lot of things are really wrong.
This is interesting. All right.
So yeah, like I really want to talk to this dude. I actually commented on his channel and I asked him if he'd like to come on because I kind of just want to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I think this dude could use a alternate perspective. So yeah, if you happen to see this, maybe I should make a video with like his name in the title or something, so he actually sees it.
Yeah, maybe.
Jamie's body count infinity. Damn, yo.
Maybe you can get him from like 2 thumbs down to 2 thumbs up on a video. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like he gets a lot of dislikes and not a lot of likes on his shit. Whoa, thank you.
Oh, he wasn't talking about how many people a woman has killed. Lol. That makes way more sense.
No. He's not talking about her kill count. He's talking about her fuck count.
That's what I first thought. I was like, are we talking about League of Legends?
Her body count, yo. Yeah, she's got like a really high body count in World of Warcraft. You know, just kills a lot of people.
Maybe not the best game to bring up.
Yeah. Yeah, if y'all enjoy the stream, like and share, yo. Like and share.
Talking to like YouTube channels and shit, I've seen like 100 of y'all videos like all across the board. Like I've watched plenty of channels and videos about y'all talking about women and like specifically like marriage material women and hoes. Here's y'all thing. Y'all think that all that fucking matters is a woman's body count. See, this is where we're going wrong as men. Bro, just because she was fucking men, just because a woman was
fucking women, that is based, yeah. I do like women who fuck women. That is my
but
preference.
no, men don't care about that, though.
Nah. Well, a lot of them do, actually.
Yeah, but a lot of them don't, and that's another fucking layer of hypocrisy in society.
Hey, I know multiple people in my audience wish I was bi for that reason, so it's not happening, guys. I'm sorry.
Not happening.
It's not fappening. It would be a fappening if that happened.
Oh, geez.
Based in lesbian pilled, hell yeah. We get lesbian pilled, y'all. Get lesbian. See my lesbian pin, yo. Lesbian. Hell yeah, lesbian pilled.
fucking men throughout her 20s, that doesn't mean that she's damaged goods forever. See, they're supposed to do that, bro. What's wrong with that? Like, yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Fuck cuffing a hoe that, you know, she's fucking guys currently. Okay, so like, for example, like, let's say like in her early 20s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 20 through 22, so that's 3 years, 20, 21, and 22.
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah, she's fucking.
So in those 3 years time span, she fucks 100 guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a large example.
Yeah, 100 guys.
That's a lot for like the average person. Let's
Yeah.
say in that amount of time.
I mean, some people might.
Yeah, but sure, but I don't. Maybe there's a reason he brings up such an extreme example. I don't know.
Oh no, he's even gonna like back it up in a second.
She slows down the next year when she's 23. Maybe she only fucks like 5 guys or fuck. You know,
wait a minute. All right.
So she starts at 100. She only gets to 5. I could have sworn he said something like 100, and that's not even a lot for women. I thought he said something like that. Maybe he didn't.
What he actually meant is that from that point forward, she exclusively had sex inside of a 5 Guys Burgers and Fries.
Yes, exactly. She had sex in a 5 Guys in a 5 Guys parking lot. All right.
Yeah.
She got mayo all over her face. It was messy.
Mayo.
20 guys. Let's say like when she was 23, she fucked 20 guys. So that's 120 guys within 4 years. Now, the next year, when she's 24, she fucks maybe 10 guys. All right? That's a pretty low fucking number.
It's just fantasy in his head at this point, isn't it?
That's what he said. He's like, okay, then maybe she fucks 10 guys, and that's a pretty low number for women. I mean, again, like, depends on the person. So,
wait a minute. No, that's not. Wait. Everyone's different. You'd have to actually check the statistics.
Well, this is the problem. He views women as a monolith. Like, he kind of like... He has he doesn't completely, but he has this view of like how women behave and how women generally are. And like, I think that's his biggest fucking problem, because if you realize like, no, like a lot of women are different. There are some women that fuck a lot, some women that don't fuck at all. Some women love sex, some women hate it, or don't hate it, but they're not as interested in it. You know, some people, you know, there's all types of different women, just like there's all types of dudes. And like it is likely that you will find someone at some point who is compatible with you. Which I don't think he's a number of times said that he's not black-pilled on these issues. So I feel like he kind of knows this on a lot of levels, but like, again, I feel like a lot of his like assumptions are wrong when it comes to women.
I looked it up, and it varies obviously from state and fucking countries and shit like that. But in the United States, it seems to be 7.2 in someone's lifetime. So I would say that's quite the extreme example. This guy's quite misinformed. Simple Google search could have.
I think it's look, and it seems like I would imagine part of this guy's view of women is probably skewed by media. That's at least the impression that I kind of get from the way he talks.
That's why he needs to be like challenged on it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's why like I'm not coming at this being like, oh my god, look at this fucking loser, you know.
No, I don't think he's irredeemable. I just think that he could, you know, use a better perspective on things.
I also think a lot of guys think this way, and that's why this way of thinking needs to be challenged. Even if this guy doesn't hear me, like, it needs to be challenged.
Yeah, but maybe he will, so
Yeah.
And then when she's fucking, let's say like, okay, let's fast forward. She's 26. She still looks sexy as fuck, right? She only fucked 2 guys that year. Okay, now let's say you're like fucking 35 years old. You're getting old. You're trying to settle down. You're like 35. Or you're like 38. Yeah, you're 38.
Damn, yo, I'm trying. I was trying to settle down around like 25. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to settle down. I guess you know, everyone's got different. But like, yeah, some people spend a few years just fucking or just, you know, like experiencing life or whatever, and then they want to settle down later. Like, everyone can do their thing.
Everyone's fucking different, you know?
Yeah. 8 years old.
Settling down for a while.
You meet her when she's like 28.
I don't get why people care. Is this like an envy thing? I actually do think, yeah, in a lot of ways, especially like guys, which this guy is not an incel or like a black-pilled like anti-woman person, but a lot of those dudes, oh yeah, what it comes down to, they envy the woman for having a lot of sex, and they envy the guys that she has sex with, and they go, why can't I get laid? It's not fair, you know? These fucking chads. And it's like, they don't realize that, again, a lot of them just aren't putting themselves out there. A lot of them aren't, you know...
It's defeatist. It's fucking defeatist attitudes that lead to that type of shit.
You gotta work on your charisma. You gotta work on talking to women and being around them. And a good thing, again, and a lot of guys are very... in the last video I covered of this guy, he kind of had the attitude of like, oh, like, you know, being in the friend zone with the woman, dude, like, you don't want to do that. But like, no, what I always say is, if you end up in the friend zone with a woman, count your blessings. Be like, you know what? I don't have a girlfriend right now, but you know what I do have? I have a female friend. And as a guy, that is extremely fucking valuable, because now you have a female's perspective on things. Now you have someone who you can, you know, trust to give you advice on women and on how to improve yourself and make yourself more desirable to women. And you can use that to your advantage. And maybe you can even, like, you know, down the road, meet some of her friends, you know, like, you have a person that is like, when you create a connection, it's valuable. It's extremely fucking valuable. Yeah, just being friends with her, you can learn to be around women and to talk around women and to become comfortable, because most women are not like... Most women want a guy who, or someone who's just like going to be comfortable around them and be a human being. And like, if you still are like really nervous around women and don't know how to behave around them, like, you are going to be less likely to find a partner. So get all up in that friend zone. Meet women, meet people without the intention of dating. Just get better at being social and being around people, and eventually you'll fucking find the right person. But you have to put yourself out there. You can't close yourself off. You have to be always seeking new avenues of just meeting people and finding people, you know, just making connections. We're human beings. This is extremely fucking important. We need other people, not just a partner. A lot of people, they just want to find a partner. And I'm guilty of this. I've done this multiple fucking times where I've found a partner and I've basically just relied on that partner for all of my socialization. Like they are the person that I talk to for everything. And, you know, it can be unhealthy because when you're putting all your eggs in one basket in that way, you know, you're putting all your shit on one person. There's a number of ways that
it can be overwhelming for you and the other person.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a number of ways it can go wrong. So you got to have multiple fucking people. You need a network. You need a friend group.
A networking.
And that's why you got to work to grow that. People who are alone, who are depressed, who are lonely, want to find a girlfriend. Like, your number one step should be building a social network around yourself. Okay? And eventually, the right person will come to you. They will. And if they don't, like, you just got to keep looking. Because, again, there's 7 billion people on this planet. Okay? 7 billion. All right? 7 billion with a B. You know how many people that is? Even if you only met, like, 7,000 people in your life, you'd still be likely to, like, come in contact with quite a few people you'd be compatible with sexually and personality-wise. So you just got to meet more and more people. You gotta get out there. All right. Let's watch a little more.
Well spoken.
Bro, and she only fucked one guy when she was 28. Bro, does it really fucking matter what the fuck she did when she was like 20, 21, and 22?
No, it doesn't.
Really, dude?
True.
Like,
I'm afraid of something.
You know, another thing, like, a lot of guys, like, get really insecure when they find out that their girlfriend has, like, fucked a bunch of dudes. And it's just like, oh, well, you know, and I get the, look, I get the insecurity. I do. I understand where it comes from because I've experienced it myself. But the rational thing to tell yourself, especially in a position where you're dating someone who is now willing to settle down with you, and they've had multiple partners in the past, doesn't that at least say something about you and about the quality of you as a person, that they're, after experiencing all those other people, they're willing to be with fucking you? That's a way to look at it.
The content of your character, you know.
Yeah. Also, that's also what I say to, like, people when it comes to jealousy. When you get jealous that someone else wants your partner, or that they, you know, that like someone else is interested. It's like, good. Like, or even people that get jealous that, like, their partner does, like, porn or some shit. Which I'm not saying, like if the other partner isn't comfortable with it, like, it should be like a discussion in the relationship. You know, but
yeah. You really just, it's about finding people with compatible boundaries, right? That's what you need to do.
But my point is, like, if your partner is, like, being ogled by, like, other people who really want to fuck them, is that a reason to get jealous? Knowing that you are the one who gets to fuck them? Knowing that they are, they're you know, you know, I don't like the possessive nature, but, like, they're yours, you know? They're with you. They chose you. So, like, don't let jealousy get in the way there. But a lot of guys do. A lot of guys get really insecure and really fucking jealous.
Want to know why that is? I don't even think that's because, like, of, like, their own internal feelings, but I think it's because how they're afraid of, like, how the world around them will treat them differently, even though that's not necessarily the case.
Sure, maybe there's that. There's also the way we've been taught in society to view relationships and to be possessive. This person is mine. They belong to me. And then it's like, well, she's mine, but she's already been used, you know?
You know what's really on a spectrum? Relationships, and no one ever talks about it because, like, there's a wide variety of different relationships. People have different dynamics, you know what I mean? And people only, oh my god, I just came up with something base, didn't I? Because, like, people only think of, like, the, like, one or two, or, like, you know, there's very binary looks at, like, how people view relationships. But there's actually, like, a wide spectrum.
No, they do. That is true. Like, people say, like, people... Yeah, like, you'll especially hear, like, a lot of, like, comedians or whatever talk about, like, so here's the problem with relationships, and they're talking about, but a lot of them, and I noticed this a long time ago, like, a lot of them, what they're talking about, they're not talking about just relationships in general, they're talking about their own relationships, and patterns that they've noticed. And so they apply that like broadly, and a lot of like pickup artists and guys like that do this too, where it's like, well, here's how relationships work. Here's how women work. And again, nothing is ever always. It's not. Nothing is ever always. If you think all relationships work a certain way, you're probably wrong. If you think all women think a certain way, you're probably wrong. If you think all black people or whatever group are anything,
You're especially
always
wrong.
It's never true. It's nothing. There's nothing. You can't like. There's almost always an exception to whatever rule people try to put forth when it comes to making generalizations. So that's why I don't like generalizations.
Me too. That's why I try to, take people on as individuals. And, I'm only... I don't know. I've seen some stupid shit about this guy, but he doesn't seem fucking hopeless. And I like what he's had to say so far. I actually think that this...
Oh, no, like, I actually think, and the unfortunate thing is, and the reason why this guy only has, like, 2 downvotes is because he's trying to speak to, like, the incel black pill community, and they're not having this. They're not having, like, any... Like, he tries to go in a positive direction, and it's clear they get mad. Because it's like, oh, like, you're... Well, fuck you! Like you're going against my fucking preconceived narrative, But no, he's making some good points, and again, if he clearly has some blind spots, but if you were to like polish up his rhetoric or whatever, he could actually like be good at like pulling people out of the incel shit.
Unless he says something really stupid in this video, you should give him a like, because if he only sees dislikes to this, maybe he'll actually start to be like, well, no, I'm thinking the wrong way. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, I actually was thinking that the first time I watched this. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I kind of want to give this guy a like.
All right, good.
We'll watch a little bit more, because he actually has some... He veers off near the end, but, like, he has some good shit to say here. So.
All right, cool.
It's because it's jealousy, bro. You're jealous. Like, yeah, like, you guys look at, like, oh, like, every guy already had her.
Actually,
like,
it's envy. It's worse.
That's called jealousy. See, what really matters is...
By the way, everyone should go watch ContraPoint's latest video about envy. It's really fucking good. And one of the things she talks about is the difference between envy and jealousy. And, this is envy, what he's talking about here. But it's colloquially commonly referred to as jealousy. But envy is when you are actually, like have, like, malice, like, malicious thought. Like, envy is, like, malicious. Jealousy is just like, oh, I kind of want that, And jealousy is... Jealousy is
like
what...
Like seeing a yacht or something.
Yeah, jealousy is what drives capitalism. Jealousy is, oh, like my neighbor got a light up vibrator that plays "O Come All Ye Faithful," and so I want one too. Envy is when you actually have like malicious thoughts to someone because of what they have that you don't have. It's like a 2-hour vid. It's a good 2-hour vid. It's worth the watch. Like, yeah, like I know I don't go around recommending videos that long, but I mean, you're subscribed to my channel. My shit's long, okay? Go watch ContraPoint's vid, okay? Watch it on 2x speed or maybe 1.5 if you have to, but like it's worth it. I recommend it to everyone. All right. Let's watch some more.
If she has a brain on her head, because let's face it, a lot of women don't have a brain on their
True.
head. They don't.
See, again, like this is based. Like it's not about looks. It's not about like who she's fucked. It's about do you get along with her personality wise? Are you intellectually compatible? And for me, yeah, I like a woman with a fucking brain. I like someone who can fucking think. I like someone who challenges me intellectually. And I don't just want like a hole to fuck. Okay, if I wanted a hole to fuck, I'd buy a fleshlight. Okay, and yeah, like you should be like, and a lot of guys get hung up on like looks or her past or whatever, and like they pass up potentially really good fulfilling relationships. I've seen it happen. I've done it in the past where I've been like, oh, like this person doesn't meet my subjective standards, so and. They were probably a really sweet person that I might have gotten along with a lot, but, that's why people are alone, because they have like this this like vision of what their perfect partner is, and they won't accept anything less, but they don't even know what they want. Like, it's unfortunate.
Educate themselves. They don't study shit. The only thing they study is like school shit. But really, what do you learn in school? X times X and times A times 4B equals fucking MC squared. Who gives a fuck about that shit? You know, that's not educating yourself.
I mean, true. A lot of the shit we were taught in school is wrong. It is just, well, not wrong. A lot of the shit that we're taught in school is just like, busy work. And yeah, we should be working to educate ourselves outside of that. We should always be trying to educate ourselves constantly and learning more. Dude, see, this is what I'm talking about. This guy is actually like pretty fucking based. He's like so close on so much shit. Like, I'm actually impressed.
Sorry, I was cleaning my bong. He's on the verge of greatness, though, you know?
Yeah, he is.
To look at women as people. They're not just sex objects. See,
True.
y'all view women as sex objects, which isn't really a bad thing when you're younger, but when you're older, you're gonna have to break out.
I mean, it is a bad thing when you're younger, and a lot of people like they carry with them the way that they think when they're younger, when they're older, and so overall, I do think it's like it's not a good way to view shit. But yeah, no, at least he recognizes it as being bad, and like, yeah, you do gotta view women as people. And again, like, and this is part of the thing that, like, because I didn't know what a man or a woman was. I didn't understand. I had a very skewed perspective on that, and so I didn't even know what a woman was. So, which is a big reason why I didn't realize I was one. But then when I started like getting to know women and their personalities and shit, and realizing, oh, they're fucking people just like me, and they're not some crazy mysterious creature like my dad led me to believe. They're people, and you got to treat them like people because they are just like us. And then I realized, oh, they're not only I am one. Yeah, and that's a whole other thing. And you don't gotta go that far, obviously, but recognizing that women are people and that they're not that different from you, and that you've actually probably got more in common with them than you realize is extremely valuable if you want to find a partner. Because if you're just looking for a hole to fuck, that's easy in the short term, but that doesn't, like, you could just find some hot woman that you like, oh, she's attractive, and like she agreed to fuck me, so yeah, let's do it. But like, you're not going to build a fulfilling relationship with that person. Not likely, anyway. Anyway.
All right. See,
hey,
what
people aren't going to be able to see this, but I'm
for
going to show you
decades
something.
upon decades. Is that
what?
I'll show you something real fast. All right, take 1 second. Oh fuck! Look at this. Look at this bag. Oh shit! Like, look at all that weed.
Damn.
Yeah,
And he's got a dank bag of herb, yo.
Yeah, dank bag of herbs. I just want to show you that real fast.
Hell yeah.
We're not choosing our women properly. We're focused on, oh, is that bitch a virgin? Bro, fuck that shit, bro.
Agreed.
Fuck that shit.
Based.
Oh, she looks innocent, so I guess I gotta marry her now because she looks innocent. And she looks...
By the way, this obsession with, like, women looking innocent, again, is kind of creepy in our culture.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like, weird. She has to look innocent and like she's never been fucked before, so I can be the one to
Elena.
deflower her. Whatever. Yeah, it's creepy. Yo, what up, Elena?
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
Elena.
God damn it. Oh.
Like she has a low body count. She looks, but see, here's the thing. Yeah, bro, you know how much women look innocent and they're not fucking innocent?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Almost like women are people too, just like men, and like almost like women are capable of being decent and they're capable of being shitty, just like any other person.
Well, I don't know. I hope that the way he phrased that kind of makes me afraid. I hope he doesn't think like women are like inherently malicious or something. Like
No. I don't think he's saying that.
All right.
I remember, bro, when I was in my soulmate shit, there's a bitch. She looked like the most innocent girl, bro. Bro, she wasn't. And see, this is the thing too. Like, y'all be on that mindset, and here's the biggest downfall with having that mindset. Where like, you think the body count is the end all be all, is that once the innocent virgin manipulates y'all, bro, it's over for y'all. Y'all start hating women and shit, bro. And y'all start complaining about women.
I guess he might be like low key implying that like most of these innocent virgins are actually manipulative like snakes. But I guess he's not saying that. He's like
that's not what he actually thinks, you know.
Yeah, like he's dancing around that maybe. I don't know. That but I guess what he's getting at though is like that can be the case. You can think, oh yeah, she looks so innocent and sweet or whatever, but then she turns out to be a total bitch.
Sure that can be possible. So I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yeah, it does, and I think that's what he's warning against. Like if all you're focused on is a woman's looks and not her personality, you're likely to get taken advantage of because you're going to be so focused on how beautiful she is and how cute and sweet or whatever, and you're going to ignore ways that she might be taking advantage of you. And yeah, that's why, again, you got to, instead of just viewing her as your little fuckhole and, oh, she's, oh, look how hot she is. She's, hey, everyone, look at my hot-ass girlfriend. Like, no, she's a person. The idea is to find a partner, someone that can be your best friend, that you can live your life with and share your experiences with. Not just someone that looks hot, so you can brag about fucking her. But I guess if that's what you want, and you want to be taken advantage of or be in a shitty relationship where you're just not happy with the person, I guess do you.
Because
because even then, like, I don't want the other person to suffer unless they're also voluntarily willing to do the same thing.
Right.
If both parties want to be miserable in a relationship, then
well, yeah,
that's
my point. Yeah.
It's just a very rare scenario, but I'm sure it exists.
Super virgin, she wasn't, and she manipulated you. That's the biggest downfall, bro, of it all. Like, and that shit happens all the time, bro. That's like half of MGTOW, bro. That's half of MGTOW, and like a good portion of
all of MGTOW is either guys who's had that happen to them or guys who know a guy who's had that happen to them, and so they don't bother trying to date women because it's like, oh yeah, women are like that. Because I mean, we know a lot of those MGTOW incel dudes have never actually been laid. Like a lot of them are actually virgins, but then they're like, oh well, my cousin or my brother or my friend told me this, and like, see, this is fucked up, and this is why I don't trust women. Again, like, yeah, if you're just thinking with your dick, that's the problem, is guys just thinking with their dick and just looking at her and be like, okay, she's attractive, so I'm going to ignore everything else about her. No, you got to get to know the person. I've met plenty of people, I'm like, oh, you're hot, but you're kind of a shitty person, so even if you're into me, I'm not interested because I don't want to be involved with a shitty person. That's the thing. You got to have standards there, but you got to prioritize your standards properly. You can't just have your priority be how hot she is or how many people she's fucking. And see, that's where this guy is like really fucking based, because he gets that. He gets that. It's like, yeah, you got to have
what
some
else is important?
Priorities.
Another thing that he seems to understand is at least it seems like he does based on this video, is that you can't have one standard for men and one standard for women. You know what I mean? And that's very important because that can apply to not just this, but a lot of other things when it comes to just other aspects of life.
I think he understands it on some level, but he has some. I think he does have some blind spots where that's concerned. But he does seem to grasp that for the most part.
Okay, that's good.
Like, bro, and here's my thing. Okay, I'm gonna end it with this too. A woman can only manipulate you if you let her. See, a man will rob your ass with a gun.
Okay, I don't like this.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
like
where I start to lose him. No, this like a woman will only manipulate if you let her. No, manipulation is called manipulation for a reason. Okay, now you can say, and that also sounds a little victim blamey too. Now you can say, guys, you got to be aware, and you can't let a woman manipulate you. You have to try. You have to be aware of the fact that some women might try to take advantage of you. You know, they might try to use their looks or whatever to, get you to do things or go along with them or whatever. You have to be wary of that. But, like, you also have to recognize that a lot of guys are just going to be easy to manipulate, and especially guys who are really lonely and have never had a girlfriend and don't really know how to interact around people and around women. They are going to be more susceptible to that shit, which is why overall I think what I'm proposing is far more valuable, which is, guys, just get out there, have social experiences, build yourself up as a person, make yourself more, because actively, as you fucking become better socially and you get more used to socializing with people, and that is the only way, by the way.
It's like exercising.
Yep, the only way to get better at socializing is to do it. You have to do it. You have to interact with people. So you do it, you get better, and the better you get, the more desirable you become to people, the more attractive you become to people in general, not just a prospective partner, but to friends or people who want to be around you or listen to you. So you put yourself out there, have more experiences, get to know people, network, get better at socializing, and the more you do that, the more people you meet, the more likely you are to find your partner and be desirable to them when you do. Because you know what else? I probably have met people in my life that if I was where I am now when I met them then, I actually probably would have gotten along with them great, and they might have been interested in me, and but because of who I was then, I wasn't ready. I wasn't there yet. I was really backwards on a lot of issues for a while, and I know I turned certain people off with the way I was in the past, and a lot of it wasn't even my own fucking fault. I mean, I was very sheltered growing up, and I wasn't taught to socialize.
Yeah.
But, like, overall, like, you have the potential. We all have the potential to be desirable people, to be, socially adept, desirable people that other people want to be around. We just have to work on that. You gotta work on your speechcraft skill. All right.
Yeah, you gotta refine that. Get to 100.
Yep. Put points in it early.
You know where he lost me is because the sentences that he said, they would have been absolutely fucking fine if instead of where he said men and women, he just said the word people. And if he just made it about, like, okay, you need to watch out for some people who are like this, and some people will be manipulative and others won't be. You know what I mean? Like, that'd make more fucking sense.
I do think, he is talking to a male audience. Like, he's directing this towards other dudes that want to find women. So I don't really begrudge him too much for that. But I see what you mean.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I get it. I get what you're saying.
A woman, she'll try and sneak her way into your life, bro. But if you don't let her sneak her way into your life, bro, she can't do shit to you.
She's trying to sneak her way. See, no, a lot of women, by the way, that are viewed as like manipulative and evil. The problem is, and it does come down to toxic masculinity as well. Again, toxic masculinity affects women. They're taught, and maybe you could even call it toxic femininity on some level. They're taught that in order to get what they want, or in order to get ahead in life, that they have to manipulate men. And here's why toxic masculinity is to blame, though, is because a lot of there's a lot of especially young girls that are raised to be kind of just given whatever they want. They're spoiled, by their father or the other men in their life, and so they just kind of learn at an early age, all I have to do to get what I want is bat my eyelashes and, put on a pretty smile and say, pretty please, and then a lot of them, that works for a long time. And then when it doesn't work, they throw a tantrum when they're young, and then that's just how they behave in general. They get older. And I view them as a victim of patriarchy in that area too. Men are the victim too in that situation, but it's like, but on both ends, like I don't think the woman is. I don't think the woman's trying to be malicious always. A lot of time they are. I'm not saying they're not. Like there are some women that are just like, I'm hot, I know it, and I'm gonna get whatever I can from whatever man I can, and I don't give a shit. You know, I'm God's gift to the earth. God damn it, men exist to worship me. You know, and that's
but
cringe.
for every type of women you just described, there's a man who's exactly.
Oh,
like
absolutely, yeah, and that's why,
You know what I
like, we have to like. We can't direct these arguments to like gender. That is I see what your point is there, where it's like if you use like a gender-based argument there, it makes it sound like it makes it sound like men don't do this when they absolutely do.
Yeah, I'm just worried about, like, especially, like, the people in this guy's audience construing that the wrong way, especially when otherwise he's actually made some good points. So if they're listening with an open mind, they might still come out of this and be like, wow, women are sneaky and I shouldn't trust them.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think
even if he didn't mean that, like,
I
you know
do
what
think
I mean?
I think it's even advantageous to the message he's trying to put forward if he would try to be a little more careful. Like it would benefit it if he would try to be a little more careful in his language. But hey, like he's a layman. Clearly, he's not like some expert rhetorician or anything. So I'm willing to be charitable with this dude.
Sure, yeah, I'm not trying to be uncharitable. I'm just trying to point out, like, you know, there's some mistakes, there's some flaws.
No, there are, and that's why I want to talk to this dude. If I could I don't know, get like a sense of like where he's at and why he believes what he believes, you know. I don't know. I think it could be a productive conversation. Here, let's listen to a little more, and then we'll probably wrap it up.
All right, cool.
What could she do? See, that's what women do. That's how women fuck you over. Like they manipulate you with this innocent bullshit, which really at the end of the day doesn't matter. What matters is you know her as a person. That's what matters. And then they try to weasel their way into you, and then they start like trying to like.
You're describing
take your money
Bill
that
Cosby.
way, you know, like they marry you, then they divorce.
That's
you
exactly the
after
point I'm trying to make. It's like he puts up this front that oh, look at me, I'm a nice friendly dude, zip zop zoobity bop, and then he does the unthinkable. No one would ever think that out of innocent old Bill Cosby, right? That's a man, not a woman. It's not just women who do that type of fucking manipulation shit. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't know. You know, he's got some misconceptions, but he seems open-minded enough.
That's what I think they are. I think they're misconceptions. And I do think he could be maybe made to see his the flaws in his logic there. I at least hope he could.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see.
Shit, that's what they do. But see, if you don't catch feelings for these chicks right away, you give them a couple years to really get to know them, then they can't really do shit to you.
Why not?
And see, that's another thing.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying there.
Y'all look at an innocent girl, and y'all be like, oh my God, like, I can trust her. Like, y'all want to trust her right away.
I do see guys doing that, by the way. It's like, oh, she looks so innocent. I could trust her with anything. It's like looks aren't everything. And I think that's his overall point here. And that's why I agree. It's just the whole overarching message that, guys, looks aren't everything. You can't judge a book by its cover. You have to get to know the person underneath, okay? Like, everything about our physical appearance is nothing but a shell. It's all cosmetic. It has nothing to do with who we are inside. And again, you can go for people that because again, obviously, like, there's a sexual component to relationships, so you want to be with someone that you are sexually attracted to, sure, but there's also personality components and all of that, which is also extremely important.
That's the problem, bro. Like, nah, bro, give it, bro. I've heard like a Red Pill channel, bro. Like, he was all like, I'm not gonna say his name because it doesn't really matter, bro. I've heard a Red Pill channel he was like, oh, 6 months is enough time to get to know a girl and have her move in with you. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Okay, this is where, again, like, look, that's your subjective opinion. Every relationship is different. This is the problem.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of for some people that's too early, but like for some people maybe that's not. Depends on their living situation. Depends on a number of factors, right? Like
I've moved in with women after dating them for around 6 months, maybe more or less. But so sometimes like you just feel that connection with that person. It's like, no, I want to live with you. And I like living with my partners. I have a family members. I know people, friends that are like, no, I like having a partner, but I kind of like my independence and I don't mind living on my own. I very much prefer if I have a partner that I'm in love with, I want to live with them. I want to see them every day. I want to sleep next to them, but that's not as important for everybody. So some people want to get to that point in their relationship quicker and some people don't. Like, it's subjective. Everyone can have their own standards and their own priorities in a relationship.
Bro, 6 months ain't fucking shit, bro. That ain't
it depends.
shit.
Depends on the person. Depends on how much interaction you have with them in that 6 months. For example, I date one of my my first girlfriend, in high school. That relationship probably lasted only about 6 months, maybe even shorter. But that relationship consisted of me seeing that girl in school, like in between classes from time to time, and like having like phone conversations with her some nights of the week for like an hour maybe or two. But like, like in the overall time that we knew each other, we didn't get to know each other that much. On the other hand, I've had relationships where I've talked to the person every single day. And, within a few weeks, I felt like I've gotten to know that person more than my first girlfriend in high school. Because, again, I had very limited contact with her. So, again, every relationship is different. You might be in constant contact with a person, or you might be both the kind of people who open up really quickly about things and are comfortable sharing.
They're both equally valid, right? Like, that's the point. They're both equally valid.
It's all valid.
Yep, that's right.
There's no right way to do a relationship is the takeaway. There's no one right way.
6 months?
Yeah.
Bro, 6 months is like...
I do like that he's calling out the red pill channels, though. But I don't know... this is a weird point for him to get hung up on.
Yeah, it is.
That's not even enough time to make her your girlfriend.
What?
Honestly. Like
what? Bruh.
Like realistically, like if you're smart, bro, you can make a girl. You can get to know a girl within like a little bit over a year. A little bit over a year, yeah, at least a year. If you're
okay.
What if you're open with each other and always talking and you have like a good connection? You know what I mean?
Like he's one of these long game people. And by the way, I get the sense that he's one of these guys that still thinks that like you gotta play games to get with women. What? Like the games you gotta play. Like, okay, like you have to. All right, you have to. If you're gonna text her, you have to make sure that she texts first, or that you can't double send a message ever. And if you go on a date, you have to wait at least 3 days before before texting her. And you can only call her once a week. No, life is too short for games like that. That is true. Life is way too goddamn short. No, I like relationships to move at a decent pace. They don't need to move super fast, but like I like to feel like I'm getting to know the person, like the relationship is going somewhere. And it doesn't need to be so drawn out, especially because if it's that drawn out, imagine how much time of your life you're wasting dedicating to one person that you're getting to know that you might make your girlfriend within a year. Like, what? No, if I'm gonna invest, look, if your goal is I'm gonna be friends with this person either way, then okay, I see what you're saying, because then you're like, look, if it happens, it happens, and you're just getting to know the person. But in terms of like, no, if you're pursuing someone as a partner, like you should know whether or not they're worth pursuing as a partner as relatively quickly as possible, so that you know whether or not you're wasting your time. But I guess like if I guess it doesn't need to be super quickly though, because like I said, like just making friends. If your goal is like, hey, I'm gonna make friends, and if I find a partner, that's my overall attitude. By the way, that's my attitude, and that's literally what I have like written on my dating sites. I'm trying to meet friends. And if it goes somewhere, if I meet someone that I have a connection with, I will take it to that level. But like, and that's a valid way to do that too. To be like, you know what, I'm looking for friends, and if it turns into something, it turns into something. But no.
All that matters is that you're transparent with what you're looking for to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing. Like, a lot of these women, they don't know that the guy is interested in them in that way, or like they've never like made a move or whatever because they're trying to like play the slow game, and then they wonder. By the way, I did this. I was like a total fucking incel, and I used to like. I remember in high school, I would like follow a girl around, and like I would talk to her, and I would be like, oh, like I had a crush on her, you know, and I was like, oh, she's fucking amazing, and like, you know, oh, I want to be her girlfriend, but like I would be too nervous to make a move or to say anything outright flirtatious with her, and so I kind of just like played it safe, and I was like, well, maybe if she's interested, she'll make the first move eventually. And this happened with multiple people, by the way, where I took that approach, and almost every fucking time she would find another boyfriend. And I would get angry at that point and be like, oh my God, why is she stringing me along? Why is she, you know, using me in this way? Why is she just wants me to be a shoulder to cry on, but she doesn't actually like want to, you know, and like, I'm willing to bet a lot of those women that like I was so like enamored with in that way probably didn't even know that I was like interested in them in that way, or probably didn't see me as viable because I was too scared to ever make a move, or, you know, and maybe they were nervous too. Maybe they were waiting for me to make the first move, you know? You never fucking know. You gotta be upfront with your intentions. Absolutely.
I just hate people that treat like relationships, not just like, you know, romantic relationships, but relationships with people in general like it's a game of chess or something like that. It's not calculated and mathematical.
No.
People are complex. You talk to people and it's just like, I don't think about it. I just fucking do it, you know? I don't know. I don't know. When I talk to people, I just talk to them. I don't like plan it out in my head. Like, what am I gonna do?
Some people really overthink every aspect of social communication, and that, by the way, is a sign that your social skills are lacking. You need to just get used to just being yourself around people. Just be yourself. And again, if yourself is off-putting to people, then okay, maybe you gotta like edit a little bit. But
yeah.
I just noticed you have a green screen. Did you forget to turn it on, or is it supposed to be up? I mean, it's not like it's my background. I could use it for other things, like
being Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, well, not that. I could see. I don't have decent lighting. Look, see, here's me in the TARDIS, and it kind of works, but like there's a bit of clipping in like my arm and shit, and like with the chair, it's not perfect.
You need a really good lighting for
I do. I need way better lighting. Also, I can't mix filters. As you guys can see, like, if I use a filter like this, I can't use my makeup filter. So I'd have to, like, use custom filters. I mean, that one that I was just using does kind of have a bit of a face filter in it as well. But I'd have to use, like, specific ones. So, yeah, I'm not really trying to use the green screen for much right now, except for just, you know.
Bag of weed.
A background.
I've got a bag of weed, Jamie.
I used to love Doctor Who. Doctor Who is based. Doctor Who is still based. In fact, I'm gonna be doing a stream soon about Doctor Who. I want to talk about my my take on the new Doctor and how it's evolved by a lot.
Remember when we did that stream where we were angry because people were body shaming one of the Doctors?
Were they? Oh, because people were, because someone was like, ugh, remember when, and they posted a picture of Matt Smith, and they were like, ugh, I can't believe people ever found this hot. I was like, dude, that's so fucked.
Even though I think he's a perfectly attractive looking man.
Oh, he is, and Matt Smith is actually one of the few men that I do find kind of cute. So yeah, fuck her.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, here, let's see if he says anything else. We might be done with this video.
Yeah. I actually have to hop off pretty soon anyway.
All right.
Schmuck? Yeah, it's gonna take you like 2 or 3 years, bro. If you're a schmuck. And what I mean by schmuck is like you don't get it. Like you just don't. Like you have like you have a super low body count and you haven't really experienced women like that. That's what I mean by a schmuck.
That makes you a schmuck.
But yeah, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Get out there and have experiences, and then I guess you won't be a schmuck.
Well, yeah, I mean, just because someone doesn't want to like fuck doesn't mean that they're a fucking schmuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe someone doesn't. Maybe that's not someone's priority in life. Maybe they have their other fucking priorities. You know what I mean? Like their fucking work or their fucking creative outlets. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not everyone prioritizes having a role. That's okay too.
That's true.
Women with low body count. It doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day. Who gives a shit? Especially when you're young. You know.
That's also true.
All that should really matter when you're young is if she's fuckable. That's it.
If she's fuckable, okay. No, all that matters is that she's fuckable. What does fuckable mean? I mean, I guess if I want to give it the charitable interpretation and be like, by fuckable he means, well, physically attractive to me, you know, so, attractive, like based on my subjective standards of beauty, I find her attractive, and
yeah, hopefully he doesn't just mean like, you know, treat it just like a wet hole and just go in like.
That whatever the language that he uses is not something I would use, but I guess
someone in this circle is what can you expect from like their language?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I guess
their vocabulary is going to be like that.
Yeah, I guess I can see his point beyond that though. So whatever. What matters is that you're having fun. That's what I would actually
you know what?
say. When you're young, just have fun, meet people, do shit, have experiences. You know, yeah.
I think it's important to try and decipher what people are trying to get across rather than just what they straight up say. You know what I mean?
That's honestly what I've been trying to do a lot more here on my channel, because I feel like a lot of the time, like, we're responding to a video and it's just like, I feel like the person's intentions are better than we're giving them credit for, and I feel bad because I want to like have useful dialogue on this site. I don't just want like I don't want my channel to be another channel that's just like, oh, let's find people to shit on, you know? Let's just find people to use as content fodder, no matter what their intentions, no matter what arguments they're trying to make. Let's just turn everyone into content fodder. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Let's see. I think the writing really took a dip. I feel like Jodie could have been great, but the scripts are absolutely terrible. Jodie is actually a really good actor. And look, some of the scripts are absolutely terrible. Arachnids in the UK is a garbage fucking episode, but there are some good episodes, okay? Rosa was a good episode. The Rosa Parks one. Kerblam is another good fucking episode. The one that commented on Amazon, and it actually like had some pretty base shit to say. I mean, it took a slightly watered down centrist opinion a little bit near the end, but like overall what it had to say was pretty fucking based. And yeah, there's been some good there's been some cringy ones. Demons in the Punjab, also a really good episode from that season. There were good ones, okay? They're just
I do want to say thank you for having me on. I do need to go on Fat Jarbo's stream.
Oh, right, okay.
So
yeah.
You
can
good night.
You can peace out. I'm gonna chat for a bit. Thanks for coming on, yo.
No problem. Have a good night, and talk to you guys next time.
Hell yeah. Nah, Kerblam was terrible. What? Kerblam was really fucking good. It had a terrible message. Like I said, I don't like the way it went at the end. I think it got a little too centristy, but like, you can decipher multiple messages from that episode, okay? Dude, can we not with the Matt Jarbo shit? All right, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna address this because I've seen it in my chat a few times so far, and I'm actually really sick of it. I'm not having anyone else join. I'm just chatting with the chat and then ending. All right, guys, look, did Matt Jarbo do some dumb shit in the past? Yeah, he did. But you know what? From what I've seen, Matt Jarbo has made an effort. He's first of all, he's admitted his fault. He admitted where he fucked up. He's honest about it. And he's, from what I've seen, been working to better himself. So I don't think it's productive to just dismiss a person forever based on something shitty they did in the past. Especially when, like, again... Look, We all fuck up. It wasn't even centrist. It was literally just pro-Amazon. No, it wasn't. No, hang on. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, Matt already made amends. He apologized. He accepted responsibility for what he did. And he's not doing it anymore. He's not false flagging people. So if you're going to fucking sit there and blame him for shit that he's forever follow him around with shit that he did in the past, then yeah, you might as well, like, he who is without sin cast the first stone. At that point, you deserve to have people following you around reminding you of your mistakes forever and never letting you move past them. I've said racist, misogynistic, transphobic, homophobic, disgusting shit on this channel in the past. Shit that I am not proud of. But I work to better myself. I've grown. I have become a better person, and I work constantly, day by day, to be a better person than I was the day before. And I never succeed in that every time. Or I don't always succeed in that. We all fail. We all make mistakes. But I believe in personal growth. I believe in self-improvement. And when we have a mentality, when we have a culture that just is obsessed with forever holding something against someone that they did and never letting them move past it, never allowing for the possibility of growth and self-improvement, we are at a detriment as a society, because we absolutely need to be able to improve. We need to be pushed. Who's going to want to improve and get better if anytime someone does, they're still shit on them, like, but you still did this thing. You still did it. All they're going to want to do is double fucking down. And that's why, like, I don't like the reactionary, like the, not the reactionary, the woke scold shit. Yeah, that's why I don't like the woke scold shit. They're like, oh, you did a racism once, or you did that once, or blah. Like, no. People can change. People can get better. All right. Literally the solution of the episode was the doctor marauding, the doctor murdering the revolutionary, and then Amazon said, we promise to be better. Now we okay. Did you want Doctor Who to take the pro murdering people message, the pro violent revolution message? I mean, the Amazon people even, like, admitted some of their own faults, and she chastised them. There was absolutely a scene where she chastised them. And yeah, they claimed, like, oh, well, we didn't really know what was going on. But it's very clear if you look at the overarching message of that episode, there's a reason why that guy was driven to act in the way he did. And it was very clear by the way it showed the way the company was run, and it was not shown favorably. It was very clear that there's some fucked up business practices going on there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that it was like a pro Amazon message and an anti like a pro capitalist message. I think there's more nuance there, okay? I really do think there's more fucking nuance there. You sent me a video of the quartering. All right, I'll look at it on a future stream. The message at the end was incredibly wishy-washy. No, it was. I said that. It was wishy-washy. It was like, it was, I said centrist. What I meant to say was like fence riding. Yeah, no, it was. They took a very fence riding position at the end of that episode. But up until that point, I thought the episode was really good. Yeah. Yo, what up, Jason? Yeah, you were the one giving Matt Jarbo shit in the stream the other day, and I just want to let you know, yo, Like, if you take that position, like, that Matt Jarbo is, like, irredeemable because he did a thing in the past, then, yeah, I take issue with that. And I don't appreciate you, like, following Matt around in like, our chat and you know, calling him a fucking false flagger and shit when it's, like... Again, everybody knows he did it. Like, what's the point in following him around and never letting him get past it? Did you see my earlier message with the link I sent you? It's a really good constructive criticism of the new Doctor Who, and I highly recommend it. All right, I might take a look at that in the future. I actually... Does Matt come to this chat? No, not in this one, but he comes to the Underhaven one. Yeah, yeah, this stream is probably, like, nearing its end. Oh, why do I not? There we go. Oh, I gotta take Annie down. There we go. Some people don't believe in second chances. Yeah, that's... If you don't believe in second chances, then, I don't know what you're doing watching me. Because, again, I used to be a transphobic, racist, misogynistic, homophobic, conservative Christian who literally advocated for just bombing the entire Middle East when I was a teenager. Like, I literally, that's how far gone I was when I was a teenager. I literally thought, like, all Middle Eastern people are terrorists. All Muslims are terrorists. They worship a false god. They're disgusting. They're evil. They need to be wiped off the face of... I literally thought that. I don't think it was me. I just got here. No, I'm pretty sure that was you the other night in the chat. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was someone else. I don't know. Someone else in the chat here tonight was saying that, and I know you just got here, but I saw you saying that the other night, and I don't know. My first thought was like, is this Andrew Walker's sock account clipped? Damn, yo. Damn, I'm canceled. Even though I rail against these opinions constantly these days. Yeah, like, I do want a society that's pro second chances and pro people, you know, improving themselves. And if we don't give people an incentive to improve, then why the fuck will they? It's fine. Do people still donate to PBS? What? I don't know. Maybe. PBS. Cancel TJ for being anti-cycling. Well, if TJ got canceled for being anti-cycling, then I would say we have to uncancel him at least slightly for the based video he made earlier. We were all chuds once. Now we know we're wrong. Yeah. That's what life is about. Growing and improving. Getting better. By the way, also, if you don't like... look, if you don't like Season 12 of Doctor Who... or Season 11 of Doctor Who... you at least have to admit, like, it got better in Season 12. Like, Series 12, like, is objectively better. You can hate the Timeless Children plotline all you want, but the episode Fugitive of the Jadoon is actually a really good fucking episode. And Joe Martin actually is an amazing fucking performer, and I absolutely want to see more of her as the Doctor. You were canceled, Jamie. The stream is just inside your head. Damn. Damn, yo. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do a stream here talking about I'm gonna do a stream here talking about my overall opinion on Doctor Who and how it's evolved. Because look, hey, they're still making decisions that I don't completely agree with. But they're also like, I can see what they're trying to do, and it's still Doctor Who, and it still has a good message, and it's still like, it's still fun. Not every episode is perfect, but hey, if you think honestly, if you think Series 11 is the first time the writing took a dip, I don't know where you were during Series 9, okay? Series 9, holy shit. Series 9 of Doctor Who And by the way, I know this because this is the season that caused the most people to stop watching. It had some stinkers, okay? It had some stinkers. In fact, the very last episode, Hellbent. Yeah, Hellbent is a... I'm still pissed about that episode to this day, all right? F for missing early Doctor Who episodes. Yeah, I really want to catch up on classic Who. I do love me some classic Doctor Who. Which one was series 9? It was Capaldi's second season, which, look, was still good and had some really good episodes, but it was also the one with the fucking weird hybrid arc that never got paid off. Hellbent was bad, but the one before it, Heaven Sent, oh my god, one of my favorite episodes. One of my favorite Capaldi episodes, hands down. That episode is so fucking good and well done, and such a perfect allegory for dealing with grief, loss, and depression. And it's just so triumphant in the end. I love it. I love every minute of that episode. Every part of it, too, is a really good allegory for depression and grief. Like every part of it, the more I think of it, every time I see the episode, every little thing I see like adds to it. Like, oh my god, like this is it all fits so fucking well. I really don't like the Timeless Child. Look, I have my problems with the Timeless Child arc too. I think I think it was a very risky idea, and I don't think it was... No, it's not indefensible. It's not indefensible. It's not even close. In fact, this is not the first time Doctor Who has played around with these themes. They've teased these themes like multiple times. I've watched Heaven Sent like 10 times. Yeah, Heaven Sent is really good. I just watched it the other day because I was feeling like watching some Doctor Who, and I was like, you know what? I need that episode in my life right now. Doctor Who is also like a really like... I don't know, Doctor Who's like a show that's like always been there for me in like tough times, you know? I do not care in the slightest about Chris Chan. I just don't. I don't. And I never will. I don't pay attention to it. In fact, I actively go out of my way to not pay attention to it. Yeah, like, I was watching Vosh's video on it, and he was like, I was kind of annoyed because he was saying exactly what I was thinking, and I was like, yeah, like, Vosh was like, I have actively gone out of my way to not learn things about Chris Chan. And no, that's the exact same sentiment I have. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't care. And I think the fact that so many people do care is kind of problematic. I just don't care, and I'm not going to. Missy was the best master. She was. I do think, what's his name? The new master, I think he's good. I know a lot of people are skeptical, but I like him. He captures the madness of the master pretty fucking well. And he's one of the reasons I actually really started to enjoy the new season more, because I was like, we're getting more of the master. Like... And yeah, he did a good job. I like Missy better. I do think Missy, but like, no, he's good. He's done a good job so far. I can't really complain about his performance at all. Again, I can complain about some of the directions they've taken the story, but no, his performance has been fucking spot on. The Indian master, don't call him that. Also, the Doctor intentionally sent the Indian master to a concentration camp. She sent him... The master is a fucking fascist. He was literally hanging out with Nazis. Mundane Matt is not doing right-wing Gamergate stuff anymore. No, he's not. He's actually, from what I can tell, pretty left-leaning these days. Yeah, no, the whole thing is he was literally palling around with Nazis, and she fucking like that was she took off his perception filter, which made him look like a white Aryan, so that he could deal with the consequences of engaging with the people that he made a choice to engage with. that and endorsing their evil action. No, what she did was based. What's the problem? I actually really liked that episode. I liked I didn't like Spyfall Part 1 all that much because I was kind of cringed out by the whole spy aesthetic. Although upon rewatching, I don't hate it as much, and it's kind of fun. But the second part I thought was really fucking good. I liked how the Doctor like went back in history and like met these two women that became her kind of like temporary companions. In fact, I kind of wish they were her permanent companions, or that they went in the TARDIS with her for more than a single episode, because I kind of liked that dynamic. I think I liked it a lot better than the current TARDIS fam dynamic. Although I do like I like Ryan and Graham. Yaz is a waste. She doesn't do anything, but hey, maybe she'll shine more in series 13. I am excited. Look, overall, I'm skeptical about the Timeless Child, and I think it's pretty risky, but they haven't fully paid it off yet. We don't know what the outcomes will be. We don't know how they're going to end series 13. It could all come together in a way that really works, or it could be shitty. But if it's shitty, they can just retcon it in the future and have it be something they never mention again. British television gross? What are you talking about? British television is infinitely more based than American television. It's more real. It's more gritty and more edgy, honestly. And yeah, like a lot darker humor in a lot of their shit. And a lot of their attitudes are just more like more left-leaning in general. Like, no, British television is really fucking good. Oh my god. Are you serious? Are you going to come at me with this like 5th grade level fucking argumentation? Hey Jamie, earlier we were talking about people changing. Could people like Hitler, Stalin, or John Wayne Gacy? Actually, yeah, maybe. But you know what? Instead of saying like someone did a bad thing so they're irredeemable, so let's just fuck them. Let's say, hey, let's give them a chance. Let's give them a fucking chance to rehabilitate. Obviously, if someone goes to the level of Hitler or Stalin, please don't call me bro. Obviously, if people go to the level of Hitler or fucking Stalin, they're probably more irredeemable than most. But even still, okay? Like, fuck, yo. Now, I'm not trying to, like, get triggered by it. I'm just like, dude, really? Really? You're gonna compare, like, Matt Jarbo to Hitler, Stalin, and John Wayne Gacy? Come on. He false flagged people. He didn't even, like, dox people or, like... Holy shit. Do you not like dude either? Honestly, look, I know that there are some people who use dude for everybody or even bro for everybody. I think personally, if you do that, if you're someone that does that, it's probably best to ask the person that you're going to use it on if they're comfortable, especially if they're like trans or whatever. Like it can, because some people just really, I personally don't prefer being called dude or bro or man. I just don't. It kind of like, it just kind of gets to me a little bit, but I'm not going to hold it against people really, especially if it's just the way they talk. But I do ask for if people like are aware of it, you know, and to just maybe like not just try not to use that for me, because I prefer, you know, it's just a preference, you know. I prefer not to be called dude or bro. I don't like it. Again, I'm not going to like hold it against you if you're doing it on accident, if it's just something that, you know, comes out, but like I don't prefer it. All right? Is there a gender neutral dude? People don't like it. That's why I use fam, yo. I use fam. People don't like fam. All right. All right, Jason. We're all good. We're all good. Yeah. It's all cool. I guess, I mean, I call girls dudes, but it depends on people. I try to say pal and buddy. Yeah. Like, there's different, look, there's a lot of gendered language that gets used, and again, like, we do think in gender, and we do think in language, so it's like, if you're using gendered language constantly, it almost is like you're kind of implying, like, a gendered shit onto people. I don't know. I'm never going to be super strict about it. I'm never going to, like, get mad at people and be like, how dare you? I just, yeah. The gamer word, yo. The gamer word. Fucking gamer words. I'm a gamer. I'd like to use some gamer words. Sorry, I was also a little heated when you called me that. You called me. You were like, it's a joke, bro. And then you also said, "Daddy, chill." And I was kind of just like getting. I didn't mean to like take it super personally. It's cool. It's all good. The gamer word, yo. Fam. It's lit, fam. It's fucking lit. All right. Well, I've been doing a pretty long ass fucking stream, so hell yeah. I should probably wrap this shit up, yo. I didn't intend for you to feel uncomfortable when I said no. It's cool. It's cool. No, it wasn't that you said dude. Actually, it was that you said bro. That was what kind of that's what made me think that it wasn't just a situation where you're saying dude. Because dude, I don't have as much of a problem with dude. But when people call me bro, it almost makes me wonder if they're being transphobic, and I can't tell. And so like it makes me uncomfortable. So I just prefer. I don't prefer it. But I don't really care as much about the word dude. Especially because I know that dude is more gender neutral. But bro is like pretty male implying, right? Yeah. Alright. We'll grind up some fucking shit, yo. The Leafs by Snoop. I'm sad it's almost gone. It's almost fucking gone. Homie is one? Yeah, yo, homie. Bud, mate. Yeah. I'm just about as smart as Beavis and Butthead. Well. Look, we all have great potential for improvement. For the British, yeah, yo. If you're British, you can say mate. I mean, I used to say mate all the time. But then I used to pretend to be British, so. Ah, fucking shit, yo. Okay. God damn it. Yeah, I ordered more weed. It's coming on like Thursday, so I gotta wait. I'm still like using up the little bits of shit that I got left. I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your guy, friend. I'm not your friend, guy. Because I'm Jason. Yeah, yo. Jason. I don't know. Jason doesn't seem all that smart, but he also is like... I guess you don't need to be smart when you're like immortal. Yeah. I looked up synonyms for dudes, and they're all for men. Yeah, I don't know, yo. Damn, I have a Jason. You're my Jason. Damn. Could you not be? Cause that like evokes images of like being stalked by a crazy serial killer. Oh fuck, this is already happening, isn't it? He's outside my window right now, isn't he? He's like waiting, standing there with his hockey mask and a knife. Okay, you guys can't see the window, but I can. Okay, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's cool. hell yeah. Probably better to be stupid if you're immortal, because then you can't contemplate your eternal existence. Yeah, that is true. Freddy Krueger is in your dreams, yo. He's in your dreams. Damn. Damn. He is. Alright, yo. Alright. I think that's a fucking stream. That's a fucking stream. If y'all enjoyed the show, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Become a patron, yo. Only $2. $2 gets you access to all the previous private shows, as well as the one we did earlier this month, where me and Annie roasted some of my really old videos. It was a lot of fun, a lot of cringe, but we had a lot of fun roasting that shit. And okay, probably Thursday or Friday, we're gonna do the commentary of Left Behind for patrons, and that will be the second thing, because we didn't do a thing last month, so we're doing an extra thing for patrons, and I wanted it to be something different than just the regular private show, so that's what we're gonna be doing. And anyone who wants to watch it, you're gonna be able to watch live in Discord, and then we'll figure out somewhere to put up the VOD so y'all can watch it later. But yeah, go become a patron. But even if you can't, I just enjoy y'all chilling, hanging out, being here. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate y'all who donated too. Let's see who donated this stream. Yeah, we'll shout you out, Ember DL. Hell yeah, the lone donor this stream, based as hell. We really fucking appreciate that, yo. But yeah, until next time, yo, we'll see ya. Peace out. Have a dope fucking night, and stay positive, guys.